going? It's your man Spin Nation here with my man Riders Up. Tim, how are you, buddy?
Doing wonderful. Assiniboia Downs again on a Tuesday night. Then we have the Cocktail Lounge on Thursday, 2 days after that. And then 2 days after that, Sean, you will be at Saratoga for the Belmont Stakes. It's a good week.
Yes, sir. And then on Sunday, you will be right down the street from the Win Stakes with the Coal Battle, our boy East Avenue, Burnham Square. So it's a fun week of racing ahead for sure.
It really is. And I think that's a great field. And there are some good other good ones on Saturday as well. The Met Mile came up tough, although a lot of those horses kind of dropped out and it lost a little bit of the luster from the early entry names that came out in it. But I still think it's going to be a good race.
Absolutely. And as our friend Felipe Jr. in the crowd says, thank God it's Tuesday. Exactly, which means we're back at Assiniboia. And we'll bring up the screen here. We have 9 minutes to go until the first race here at Assiniboia. See how the crowd's looking out there. Looking good. Kirk's on the 1-2-4. The stretch is on the 2-1-4.
Yes, and if you're out there and you haven't really looked at tonight's card, we'll just warn you up front. Race 1 is a 5-horse race. Race 3 is a 5-horse race. Race 2 originally had 4 and has a scratch, so it's down to a 3-horse race. So a little thin on the front end, but once we get past race 3, I think we've got some good races and some possibilities.
Some great races, yep, including that stakes race, which I think will be fascinating.
I agree.
So
I like it. So we got some good races, and I got a couple horses I like at a price potential. So hopefully after we get through these first couple and everything, it looks a little bit short and a little chalky. But again, the races tonight look pretty competitive as always at Assiniboia.
Yeah. Even in this race, I mean, look at the fact. I mean, 7-2, 9-5, 6-1, 2-1, 9-2. Nobody, help us. You know what I'm saying in terms of right. You got a good solid board there to start out with. So exactly. We got Bob Jackson and Vince Watson join us. Hey guys, how are you? Great to have you.
And Sean, for the first time tonight, do you know what time it is?
What time is it?
Riders up!
Well,
my favorite time.
Yeah, his favorite time.
Riders up time. Of course, in Assiniboia, it's Riders up time every night we're here.
Absolutely. All right, my friend. So as always, you have the first race, so I will let you know that I know that we know that he knows that we know that my number one topic is the 4. He knows we know. Hey, Formula.
Hey guys, can you hear me okay?
Yes, I can. Absolutely. Right. Perfectly.
It throws me right into the studio, by the way, this app does. How about that? A little scary. A little scary.
Just boom, just right there.
Boom.
Good thing you were ready to go and not doing anything, kind of.
Yeah. You mean my usual? Yeah. I wasn't doing my usual. All right, let's see what this backpack of joy has in it.
Exactly. Felipe Jr. Hernandez got number 2 and 4 with 4 and 3, and number 4 or pick 3. All right, good luck, Felipe. Bring him home, my friend.
Felipe.
And the Belmont, he's gold 3 and 6 West Coast bias. Great to have you, Felipe. Stevie G, How are you, my man? All right, so Formula. I was starting. My first pick here is the 4. He knows we know. Jared Brown, Ali. Very nice first race win and held on there at 5 furlongs. Again, solid works beforehand. The horse seems to be taken to the track well, and Ali seems to have a good hold on this horse. I just think this horse can be very tough. The number 2, more of Tada, Lisa Pruitt and Celeste Pruitt trying to get her second win there. again, she's got the bug and she's got the speed. So in a small field, you always have to worry about the lone speed. I mean, I would have no problem anyone reversing the 2 over the 4, because if she gets out on her own, and the 1, as we know, that post has been kind of not great to early speed. If she just gets out on her own, she can be very tough there. So
Sure.
yeah. So I have 4, 2, and then the 1 picking riffs. Getting up there for the show, that post is going to bother him possibly again. So I was 4, 2, 1. How about you, Formula?
Yeah, I'm with you on the 4. I think 4 is easily the best to beat in this race, or the toughest to beat in this race. I think just in terms of class, in terms of earnings at the distance as well. But I didn't go with the 2 here. I recognize the 2 is going to be the early speed, but I don't like the way the 2 fades. I mean, in a small, how much time? Oh, got 1 minute left. Okay, I'm not going to talk about that too much. I did go to the 1 next, picking riffs, and we're currently getting 7-2 on picking riffs right now. I think that horse is going to hold up a little bit closer to the pace. I think both the 4 and the 4 and the 1 could pressure the pace a bit. And then my third pick, I've got the closer in there, the 3. Over the last 3 races, I think he's got the best 2 races of the bunch. I don't like how he's a little bit further back, but I've got him in there as my 3rd. I think that 2 is just going to fade out, and I think the 1 and the 4 are just going to be a little bit more stronger than the pace. So in order, I've got 4, 1, and 3.
All right. And exactly. Yeah. And we got Malathot, we got Joseph Myers, we got the zone entries tonight. We got Ethan with a 2-4 double. Malathot, that was amazing. She won last week. She was really, really excited. So it is Tim's decision.
I really agree with the formula a lot. I think the 2 is definitely the speed in here, and I just don't think speed has been holding at all lately. Unless something changes at Assiniboia tonight,
it has not been at all. Yeah,
exactly. Everything is going backwards. I just think the 4 is much the best in here. So,
agreed.
Still showing a couple of minutes here. So,
we'll
take a quick look. But I think like we like to do a lot of times, Sean, early on. I think I'm going to keep it real simple here in the first.
Yep. James White's got to pick 3, 2, 4 with 4 with 3, 4. Good luck, James.
Whew.
61 people already with us. Loving it, folks. Looks like another nice night up there. Not too bad conditions. It looks a little cold out there. Some people wearing their outriders, wearing their jackets.
But when it gets hot there, it gets hot.
Oh, yeah, no doubt.
Out in Winnipeg, I have a friend out there, and it can get pretty hot when it does get hot.
Oh, no doubt. Drew the Legend Davis, how are you, buddy? He's got a 4-4 double and the 1 to win. Neil's in the house. He's got 1, 4, 2.
All right.
And Neil actually grew up right near Assiniboia. So.
Oh, no kidding. Hey, Neil.
Yeah. So he knows the people there. Yep.
A Winnipegger. I think that's what they're called.
Yeah.
Something like that.
Manitoba. All right, guys. I think I'm ready to do this.
All right.
Nice and simple. I'm just going to play a easy $5 exacta 4-1 right off the bat. I noticed the 4-2 is paying $11.50 for a $2 wager, and the 4-1 was paying $15 before I just put my own wager in. Now it's $13. So we're moving the needle.
Yeah, indeed.
But I agree. I'm looking for the 2 to fade.
Yeah.
And thanks, Felipe. Yeah, if everyone can hit the like button, so appreciate it.
Yeah.
Thank you for all the support.
35 on YouTube, but we got more out there too. I think we're in the 70s right now. We go across Twitter and Facebook as well, or X and Facebook, whatever you want to call it.
Yeah.
So yeah, but they'll keep rolling in. I think midway we start to hit our peak here.
Yeah,
So, keep an eye on
absolutely.
that.
And that's when the races should start to hit their peak tonight as well.
Yeah. But yeah, thank you guys. Thank you. Hit that like button. Always helps us. And definitely give a retweet of our tweets out from these Assiniboia videos that we do here, and let Assiniboia know if you like what we're doing, because that always helps us out as well. So by all means.
Yeah. Looks a little windy up there. Yeah, you can see the trees in the back there.
Oh yeah, they're waving around. All right. Save them a battery life there.
0 minutes to post.
Yeah, just get started here.
Yeah, which I love what Malathot always says, when it's 1 minute to post, that means 8.
Yeah. Well played.
Joseph Myers says 4 is in for a tag, might get claimed. Paul Nolan's in the house.
What's up, Paul?
Hello,
How are you,
Paul.
buddy?
Paul Nolan and Ethan Nolan both in the house, the 2 non-related Nolans.
Yep.
And Sean Patrick Nolan.
And Sean.
Yep.
We got 3 Nolans not related.
That's right. We're taking over.
Yeah, you guys might have to do a 23andMe just to make sure you guys aren't related. We
Exactly.
really need to get that sorted out. Yeah.
I don't know if you saw, they were just bought.
No, I don't want to know by who, do I?
Yeah, no, you don't. Everybody's DNA.
Oh, no. No. Oh, I've got a couple guesses, and I'm pretty sure it's a certain one. Yeah.
Ethan's got Baeza, Sovereignty, Journalism, Hill Road, in that order. Rodriguez 5th.
Yeah.
Man, I'll tell you what. Everybody I hear is on Baeza in this race, and I'm not there.
There's certainly a case for it, though. I mean,
Oh, yeah.
Baeza's in the conversation.
Sure.
Baeza's well rested.
Yeah.
Baeza twice was super close to journalism. So if you think that journalism has been overworked and overused, he fades back a little bit and he doesn't have his best race. I think he's the best horse in the race. I just think he's also the most overworked horse in the race. And then you say, is Baeza good enough to beat Sovereignty? Perhaps. If you think that maybe if you look at the tape and you think that one of them didn't get as good of a run at the Derby, or if you think that Baeza didn't get as good of a run and maybe something held him back, I think there's a pure case for Baeza to win. And then, of course, everybody wants to put Puka up there for another Belmont, right?
I just think Baeza would have been better off if this was a 1.5 mile Belmont. And you know,
Yes.
the thing that you said about journalism is, look, Baeza hasn't gotten by journalism twice, and there's nothing to make me think that this is the time. So
Yeah. The other thing that questions me about Baeza is that Sheriffs does this with all his horses, but for a young horse, he went from Santa Anita to Kentucky, back to Santa Anita, back to Saratoga. For a young horse, 4 flights in 5 weeks. That can be a lot of travel for a young horse. You know what I'm saying? So it'll be interesting to see how he looks on the track, you know?
But is it any worse than what Preakness did on top of running 9.5 furlongs in the middle of all that?
Right. No. Right. Yeah. No. Yeah. That's why I'm saying I think Sovereignty, who has been in his hometown for 5 weeks, basically, he's got a huge advantage that way, you know?
I don't see how Sovereignty isn't the favorite, but that's just me.
I know. But we'll keep thinking that, though.
Yep.
We'll
put a bookmark in that.
Keep putting them behind. Exactly.
Yeah.
All right. We're almost to race 1 here. We'll bring our buddy in. Here we go. We'll talk about the Belmont throughout tonight.
yeah, if you want my perspective, you have to wait till we put out the round table later in the week. And
Teaser.
Love it. Tease.
I'm not going to spoil it because I've got an angle and it's just like I'm playing against all the top horses.
How about that? How about that?
Next up, Moritada. Walks right in. Here comes the mare, no barbed wire. In the middle. Just 2 left to load.
Oh, Ethan, we're definitely not telling you to change your pick. We're just discussing.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
I was going to say that as well.
Yeah, no,
Let
you
us
stay with
change your
your
pick.
pick, Ethan. You go with what you believe. You know, stay with
Absolutely.
your conviction.
We're
Absolutely.
here for the discussion. Yeah.
Yeah, that's why it's called horse racing. Stick with your conviction.
The field is set. They're at the post.
And they're off.
And they're off.
Whew. Ooh.
From the inside, more
One gets out last again.
Quickly goes out to capture the early lead by a length to the far outside.
Just like we thought.
Time.
The
Just
two
like
are going
we
to be
thought.
the
Put on
speed.
early pressure on the rail, picking riffs.
I was
sitting
expecting more
2.5
pressure from
lengths
different
back
horses.
on the outside.
How did the 3
Even
float up to
Toledo,
20?
the favorite, only
I like
3
that horse.
lengths out of it, and your trailer will be no barbed wire. But it's more of Tada nursing that lead, but only up by length and a quarter, picking riffs.
Here comes our 41.
Oh, yeah.
He knows we
Coming
know.
hard.
Making a bold 3
kicked it in.
move. Then it's back to
Yeah.
Devil's Time.
41.
And no barbed wire.
Yeah, that
Come
too
on,
is going to fade
41.
quick.
Come on, 41. Come on,
41.
Come on, LA. What are you
Come on,
doing?
4. Get up there.
I don't get
Not
this
1-4.
movement inside.
No, that was a dumb move. I'm sorry.
Why are you moving
Wasted the
inside?
horse.
Who's gonna draw off to win by 3? He knows
There's no reason to move inside.
No,
If
I mean,
you-
outside
if you get all the
has been where
momentum
everybody's
outside,
closing.
Yeah, why are you going inside? That
We said
makes
the
no-
same thing last week, Sean. There was a
Yeah.
couple of horses that go
Yeah.
inside, and when you go inside, the inside is slow.
You lose all momentum. Yeah, I don't get that. You stay with the momentum.
Yeah.
And the horse had momentum. I don't get the change to the inside.
No, I agree, Gatekeeper. Hey, DNH, how are you, bud? Neil, did Neil win? Good job, Neil. Hey, Tom Halleck, how are you, bud? Thanks for joining us. You 213.
Nice job, Neil.
Great job, Neil.
The Stewart's supposed to #1 picking riffs as your race winner. Second goes to number 4.
Back stretch is a headwind, front stretch is a tailwind. Okay, that's interesting. Okay, got it. Okay.
No barbed wire.
And with all that moving around toward the last half of
Yeah.
the stretch, you did see the force start to close a little bit, close that
Yeah.
gap.
Yep.
You know, he's looking like the stronger horse there, but what can you do? Yeah, I'm with you, Malatot. 7-1 on top. Yeah.
Yeah, 1-4. But see, again, folks, as we say time and time again, right? They say short fields, you can't make money. You like on the pick 3. If you like the 1 at 7-1, you just beat the 3 to 5. You know what I'm saying? You're already off to a great start on the early pick 3. You know, just because the fields are shorter doesn't mean that you can't make money on them.
Wait. I got to echo the sentiment right here. What a bar.
By a pole. Love it.
He's looking good.
I issued my feelings on that race earlier this morning, in case anyone is interested.
Now
Make me
Yeah,
bring
check his video out. Yeah, he's got the white Barrio hat. Yeah.
Bring out the hat.
That's #1 picking riffs. Picking riffs is a chestnut gelding, 4 years old.
It will be interesting formula. I don't know if you saw Most Wanted's allowance win the other day. They put him in allowance race the next day after scratching out of the right? And it was interesting. He won, but he didn't win by that much. You know what I'm saying? I wonder, that was such a track record performance. You know what I'm saying? Even for fierceness to come back so close, you know? Oh, we have an objection, the 3 on the 2. Hold all tickets.
Objection 3 on 2. And number
Oh,
one pick and risk was
that would give me my trifecta.
There you go. There you go.
Holiday.
But yeah, so that was interesting, you know, for sure to see. I'm a little worried for fierceness coming back so soon. You know, he needs those 6, 7, 8 weeks to be his peak form. You know.
Yeah. No, fair point. Fair point.
Yeah.
I think that race.
I still think he's good. I still think he's good enough to win.
Oh yeah. Fierceness is just one of those horses where I think I've only seen it once where he ran his race or his best race and he lost, and that was the BC Classic. But every other time, if he gets his race, and all things are equal, and every horse in that race.
Oh, the 2 smashed the 3.
Oh, interesting. I saw some weird angles taken at that start.
Yeah.
I'm not surprised this happened.
Yeah.
So I love the matchup in the Met Mile though. It's an amazing matchup because we can debate it this well. I mean, you've got 2 really strong BC Classic level horses. And when I say level, I mean one came in first, one came in second in different years. Right? Yeah. It's a phenomenal, even for a 5-horse race, it's just good to watch for the competition level of those 2 horses.
Yeah. I look, just a touch is no slouch. That horse.
No, I love Just a Touch. Once you toss out the Kentucky Derby, wow, he looks really, really good.
Yeah.
Because I hadn't really followed him that much since the Derby, and then I looked at what he had done, and that's a horse.
Yeah, I mean, he's definitely been running against a little bit easier than, you know, White Barrio and Fierceness, their last couple in graded stakes, but it's still, I mean, they're good performances, and the speed figures are still solid. So you
and the times are there.
Necessarily just throw the horse out, but I'll tell you what, if they continue to make Fierceness even money and White Barrio 2-1, then I'll back up the Bing
struck
here, and it's just like
yeah, I think they're going to be a lot closer. I don't think there's that many people out there who look at a BC Classic winner and say, oh yeah, he's easily the second best horse, right? It's not across the board certain that I think even Fierceness is going to be the post-time favorite, but we'll see.
Yeah, it's gonna be fascinating.
Yeah, just a touch. I was looking at his performances since the Derby, and yeah, I mean, he's just clobbering those animals out there, and like you said, the speed figures, and a lot of times I look at like the distance at the finish, and then if that looks good, I look at the finish time, and I think there was one race where he was like 1/5 of a second off of a track record. Something like that. Yeah, it was pretty phenomenal.
Yeah, and Hot Rod, I'm not saying that I think he'll beat the top 2. I'm just saying of the 5 horses in there, it's not just a 2-horse race. I think he's going to be a little competitive. I don't think he can beat either one of the top 2 horses.
Yeah,
but I still think he's a good horse.
They got Raging Torrent in there as well, who is like. I think one BC race in the middle of having a 5-race win streak or something.
Yeah. It's gonna be a fun
They're
day.
taking a long time with this objection.
Yeah. There isn't a whole lot of film to watch on it, right?
No. I think the 2 even would have been put behind the 4 had he had the it was a chain reaction. He put the 3 into the 4.
Yeah.
You know?
There's a lot of clobbering going on there.
So that does kind of explain why the 4 was more behind than usual.
Yeah,
but there's a real good reason to bet against Raging Torrent, though.
Yeah, he's my 4th horse of the big 4. And Castle Chaos is like 30 lengths behind them all, in my opinion, but we'll see. It's fun that he rounds it out for 5. We'll see if he actually stays in.
Yeah.
But yeah, I like just a touch better than Raging Torrent. What's your reason for saying he's
Frankie
not in?
Dettori.
Ah, okay. You got jockey bias.
You know, I'm sorry. I really love the guy, but he's just riding really badly lately.
Okay.
They put the 3 up. So 1, 4, 3,
Woohoo!
2.
I had him out of order, but I had the 4, 1, 3 were my top 3.
Yeah, and I will guarantee you, if that 4 had won, right, he would have been behind. I mean, the 2 had won, he'd been behind both the 3 and the 4. You know?
Yeah. Curious to see what this try pays. Oh, we're gonna find out now.
$10 for 20 cents.
All right, not bad.
Not bad.
In a short field.
Yeah, $100 for 2.
All right. Yeah.
With the 20 to 1 underneath.
Yeah, that's true. It's just having that chalk in the center. But what else are you gonna do, right? We knew he was the best. He got a bad race, and the other 2 we thought would be in there. Yeah. All right, guys. It looks like we're turning the page.
We are turning the page.
Finally done with that inquiry. Holy cow!
That was crazy. Yeah,
We need to keep it
race
moving.
2.
It's already midnight before we're done.
Yeah, seriously, guys. You know.
Formula's in Central Time. He don't care.
Yeah.
I'm in pick up my kid time. I got an hour left.
There you go.
1, 3.
Now we're moving again.
Move.
All right, for me, you want to? Yeah. Geez, I don't know how we take.
Oh, do
race
I?
2. Yeah.
I'm curious to hear what you guys say, but I think we all probably have a similar opinion.
Yeah,
We'll see if it
yeah.
differs at all.
Yeah.
Oh my
Yeah.
God. Even before the scratch, the odds on the 4, 1 to 5.
Formula, I keep looking for something. You said the 2 was scratched, but he's not even showing scratched in my program, and nor I just pulled up the ADW, and he's still not showing scratched.
You know what? Maybe is he a new gelding? Is that what it is? Maybe that's
maybe
what
it's the first time something. Yeah.
First time. Yeah, maybe I didn't hit that check to say. Yeah. All right. Okay. There we are. Makes it slightly more interesting, I guess.
Yeah, keeps it at 4.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So it keeps it at 4. Yeah.
Keeps it at 4.
Yeah. Okay. So exactly. So to no shock here.
1 to 9.
Yeah, 1 to 9. No one is hotter right now than my boy Antonio Whitehall. Exactly. The man couldn't lose the other night, right?
Yeah.
I mean, this horse, just is run against better, is faster than everybody else. Now, interesting that Dewey Williams, he's 1 for 1. He gave this horse a workout 16 out of 16. But turf to dirt, he's 50%. To me that was just it was, if you look, it was May 26th, and he gave this horse just a light workout. This horse has run enough this year. I don't think he really has to put too much tightener in it. I think this horse is just faster than everybody else, and if he runs that race, I think everybody else is running for second. The one Shocking Malice did run a very nice race for Elisa Pruitt and Cumberbatch. You look at the 4 is like 47, 40. He runs 44s. This horse ran a 49 and 3. That's not going to cut it, versus this group. I know speed hasn't been holding up per se, but I just think this horse at 5 furlongs is faster than everybody else. So I was I went with a little bit of a shocker here, just to see.
Yeah.
Exactly. I went 4. Obviously, he's
4.
going to be the
Shocker.
yeah. No, right, exactly. But I think maybe just for a shocker thing, Cowboy has been working out very well on the track since coming back from last year. As a 2-year-old or 3-year-old could improve. I'm putting him second. I don't think if the one tries to go out with a 4, he will be toast. So I say 4, 2, 1, 3.
4, 2, 1, 3. 4, 2, 1, 3.
Yep.
All right.
Tim, what do you have, my friend?
Yeah, just to add on to the 4 really quick, Dewey Williams. I mean, not a name a lot of people know, but Dewey Williams is now 2 for 2. He won a race last night with bottle caps. And with Antonio, that was one of Antonio's 3 wins. He won a race, his first race earlier in the meet with Blue Sky Jade. And then his last 2 races that he ran at Turf Paradise, he won both of those. He's won his last 4 races that he's put a horse out in. So I just think that this one is really tough. He's brought a few horses in like this, like he did Bottle Cap last night. Antonio getting up. Antonio's hitting a stride. Had the hat trick last night. Really tough. But for my second one, I went somewhere completely different. I like War Echo. And one of the things I like about War Echo is getting Baudry up for naught. So those 2 are hitting about 30% right now. So gonna be tough to get the 4, but I think that War Echo is best of the rest.
Yeah. Okay. Oh, I guess that's it. There's just the 3 of us.
Yeah.
Yeah, and you know, I mean, I could go beyond that, but it's only 4 horses, so I'm just going to give you an exacta.
Yeah. No, I know what you mean. Tim, your exacta lines up with my formula in terms of exacta as well. When I look at normalized race times towards percentage of record for the distance in track, you really see the 4 stick out a little bit more. The 3 pops maybe slightly. And I know like 2 races ago, 3 had what I would call an outlier bad race, which I crossed off.
Yeah, and that was Turf Paradise, and you know, the 3 came in, and the Turf Paradise invaders have been doing really well, and that's what we're talking about with the 4. But this one came in and won first time out, and Baudry was on that one. This one had a really good lead early on. At the top of the stretch was up by 5 and faded a little, and that was 5.5. So on the cutback to 5, I just think that this horse is going to be really tough. The 4 is just a little better.
Is there a world in which we can beat this 4? In a world.
Yes. No.
Is there a world where we can beat this 4? This is like a pace forward race.
If we put the 4 in the Met Mile, we beat the 4. But in this field, there is not that world.
Here's the problem. This is why I really like this 2. Okay. The 2 is getting Lasix for the first time, which Joseph Myers just also too. What I like about this 2 is that I like his workouts. I think the 3 and the 1, if they try to run with the 4, this 4 runs 44s at Turf Paradise, right? Yeah. These guys are running 48 and 49. That's like 5 seconds behind. You know what I'm saying? If they even try to keep up with him for like 3-4 furlongs, they just might get short. You know what I'm saying? And if the 2 smartly just hangs behind them, you know what I'm saying? And then, you know, in a stakes race, as an improving 2-year-old, because his workouts are good, I think he gets right behind him and just gets behind the 4.
Because I tell you what I'm tempted to do.
Yeah.
I'm tempted to box up 1, 2, 3 in an exacta, $6 total, let it ride, and just hope that 2 horses beat the 4, and we get like a pretty smart payout.
It won't happen.
I mean,
they're 5 seconds behind him. That's the problem.
Yeah,
that's Turf Paradise. That's Turf Paradise.
Right, no, but he's capable. I'm just saying of running those times. You know what I'm saying? Like these. Yeah. I don't know if those horses are even capable of running those times. You know.
The 3 came close. The 3 came close.
Yeah.
I feel like the 3 is the closest of the bunch in that respect. If
Yeah,
I were
'cause
to do,
yeah,
let me see what those probables look like again.
yeah. Even in the $5,000 claiming race here, he ran 48 and something. You know.
Yeah. I mean, the best exacta out there with the 4 on top for $1 is 4-3, and that pays 6.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
And
I was just
that's what
looking
Tim
at.
and I agree on as being the top 2.
I was just looking at the 3 as an example formula. When this horse was
Oh, okay.
when this one was at Turf Paradise in 5 furlong races, they if you look at the horse won the 5 furlong on the 2nd of April, in a 5 furlong race went 58-3. If you look at Just Trust Me in that optional claimer 2 back in a 6 furlong race, he went 56 and then finished 109
in an optional 75K.
Yeah. So,
I
mean, he's 2 seconds faster than this horse going an extra furlong.
Avoce Sanchez is a Jug O'Neill horse, and Reboso is a.
Yeah. I mean, I think there's like 2 angles we could play here. We could try to beat the 4 and box them all together, like I was saying. And it sounds like you guys are way against that. I'm fine with that. I mean, as I'm looking at it, I'm hardly convincing myself. It's horse racing, things happen.
We're giving you opinions, but
if you like it, go for it.
This is your race, and we will never say anything about
you. No, absolutely.
No. Yeah. But as it being my race, it's good to consider the opinions of others, as we've always said. Right? And that's part of the reason we talk through it.
In the exacta pool, just to give you an idea on what you're talking about there, the 4 with everything is 590, 760, and 960 for 2. Now, if you take everything else with the 4 as the lowest, you've got 14, 40, and 31. But if you look at those horses within each other, 50, 60, 40, 40, 125, 101.
Yeah.
So the payouts are definitely there, but it would just be as much of a shock, and that's why they are.
Yeah.
Bob is playing mate 2. Good luck, Bob.
Oh, interesting.
I just think if he's smart, just hangs behind the other 2 trying to follow the 4 in the stakes race, he gets,
Yeah.
And I really like his workouts. Look, 7 out of 25. 5 out of 16, 2 out of 6. For a 2-year-old to go from a 3-year-old, that's nice workouts. You know what I'm saying? You can change, but looks good on the track. I just think the 1 and the 3 will have a tough time keeping up with the 4.
Yeah. Okay. Why don't you hit the button? I think my bet is ready here.
All right.
All right. So $10 straight exacta, 4 and 3.
There you go. Okay.
And you know what? If it does win, this is at least what last time I looked at the probables for 4 over 3.
It's value.
It's the best of the bunch. It's a horse I like.
Absolute value.
Yeah.
It's paying 11.10 for 2, so that's not horrible.
That's not horrible at all. And 10, you have a 10. That's great.
So if we win, we get like between 50 and 60 back on a $10 investment.
Absolutely. That's great.
Yeah.
We'll take that.
Whoops. Did I do that right? All right, there we go.
Yep.
Yeah. Okay. I think that's probably the smartest way to go.
114 watching right now. Welcome in.
Thank you, everybody.
Oh, wow. Nice climb there.
Gatekeeper's got a exacta 4-2. Good luck. We got 4-3.
Yeah. If we don't win,
Hot Rod says, I'm on an equal edge in SOR strength of race. The 3 is a 36, while the 1 has a 50. The 2 and the 4 have a 60. 3 were 1 last. Well, we hope he does not. Sick. And who is it? Someone said, hold on a second. Bob said earlier in his opinion that journalism beats sovereignty. Okay.
All right.
Nothing wrong with that, my friend.
If he does, that's phenomenal.
Yeah,
Second,
three
first,
races
first.
and 5 races. Yeah.
That's a
Journalism will not
phenomenal
win.
triple crown. Yeah,
Achievement. Yeah. Yeah.
2-1-1.
I'm against him.
Oh, we know you are, Tim, but you're not telling us who you do like.
I mean,
I will tell you this, right? I wonder if Naira got together and said, "Are we just going to give Baffert the lead all by himself with Rodriguez?" And all of a sudden shows up Crudo. I'm like, wow! Now you've made it a little bit faster, and you've actually helped. Now you've brought. I think with that way, we'll talk about more in the roundtable. But I think with Crudo, you've brought Sovereignty even more back into the race where he could have been a little bit of a pace advantage. I think he's a disadvantage. It's brought him a little bit forward back, into the into the equation.
Sometimes we don't thank Todd Pletcher enough.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Paul,
exactly.
we're playing that straight, Paul. We think the 4 is much the best.
Just straight. Yeah.
Yeah.
But so I'll just say this. Look, if you look, only 2 horses in the last 10 years have come out of the Preakness and won the Belmont.
Yeah.
And both of them were Triple Crown winners.
Yeah.
Yep.
And both
Yep,
are
that's
A lot of people are going to look and say, well, this horse was almost that. He finished second and then won and came into the Belmont. Well, that's happened one other time, and that horse finished up the track.
Yeah. Yeah.
So but other than that, the Preakness right now, no horse that has run in the Preakness has won in the last 10 years.
Yeah.
Other than a Triple Crown winner.
Other than the
Pharaoh
Triple Crown
Justified.
winners. Right. Other than the 2 Triple Crowns.
Yeah.
Yep.
So
I'm just going to take this off just for 1 second, guys, here.
Yeah, no problem.
We'll bring it right back up here.
Up
Sean,
to
I want everybody to see
126.
that he's betting millions of dollars on this race.
Millions.
Yeah.
Billions.
$1 million.
Beat me to it, Tim. Beat me to it. Oh, yeah.
Here we go. Right back on. Look at that. We didn't miss a beat.
Plenty of time.
There you go. See? Now we're going to bring up our buddy Kurt here.
Let's do it. Let's get this
All right.
4-3 home.
Yeah, let's go. Do what you're supposed to do.
Shocking Malice, the first of the 3-year-olds into the starting gate. Cowboy.
Now, interesting. Look what they did for this stakes race, huh?
Only 2 left to
The 1
go.
is out in the 2 hole for this one,
I've been saying that they should do that forever,
Yeah, I think seriously, that's an interesting.
They rarely have a full field.
I know. That's what I'm saying. Hey,
An overwhelming 1-5 favorite.
And they do that in some races, but they don't do it in all. It's weird.
And they're off in the fancy ass.
Curtis, I saw that story.
From the middle of the track, that's War Echo. Going
Right where I
out
expect
to
him to be,
grab
out
the
in
early
front.
lead by 2 lengths. To the outside, Just Trust Me. Confidently sitting to the outside as the stalker, Shocking Malice. Trying to keep up in third, 3 lengths behind, and Cowboy will be.
Run
the
away,
trailer,
guys. Run away.
but only 4 lengths off the lead.
Stay up there, 3. Stay up
Just
just by a nose there.
Says, let's go, and then
Uh-oh. Oh, no. He's going backwards. No.
He's going to get him on the turn here, though.
Yeah. Let's get a re-rally. Wow, that's a wide turn.
He's done.
He's done. Gone.
Up 7 on the field.
Look at the 4, though.
Look at the 4.
Inside the 16th pole, the battle is on for second. Shocking Malice and Cowboy. Just Trust Me.
Oh,
Fancy as Shocking Malice for
Darn it.
second. Cowboy
Made it
for
4-2.
third, and Warwick finished.
How does the 2 not beat them? That's exactly what I thought would happen.
The 4-1 was the lowest exacta, 490 for 2. The 3 was actually second lowest, 520. The 2 was.
How does the 2 not catch the 1 and the 3? He was sitting right behind him.
Mm.
Did you guys see this story that Curtis was talking about?
No.
So they actually, so supposedly supposedly they were standing there when all the jockeys came in, and they basically searched all the jockeys, and he took off running and threw his little shock thing over into one of the stalls. Got
Wow.
arrested.
That's nuts.
He had a buzzer. Had the buzzer.
Yep.
Stewart's opposed to number 4, Just Trust Me. As your race winner.
Yes, Joseph, it is. That is the textbook definition of much the best.
No doubt.
That right there is how
They went the opening quarter.
White Barrio is going to beat Fierceness this Saturday.
Time for the 5 furlongs, 1 minute.
I didn't hear that, Tim. What?
I said what you just saw there is how White Barrio is going to beat
No,
Fierceness.
I heard.
No, White Barrio is going to be no. I'm just going to keep saying it.
Right.
What? I didn't hear anything.
Just in case you missed it.
Did you guys go silent? I can't hear a thing.
Yes. We're having technical difficulties.
I'm having, this Bluetooth. I don't know. I'm
Neil
not
wins
hearing it.
again.
Neil. Oh, man.
Neil's on
Hometown
fire.
favorite. Hometown favorite.
I got to get my $2.10.
I take it Neil's a Jets fan, I'm going to guess. That'd be Winnipeg, not New York Jets. I assume he is. How can you be from Winnipeg and not be a Jets fan, right?
Oh, I know. Exactly.
And what did the 4 go off as? 1 to 5?
1 to 9.
1 to 9.
1 to 9. Yeah, I mean, I wanted to just bet that was the other thing I was thinking is just bet the 4 straight, but at 1 to 9,
Yeah.
you just got to take the whole bankroll and push it in on the 4.
Yeah. Right.
Yeah.
Wow. Wow, Tim. This is a shot across the bow. I love it. He's beating good horses, but not great horses like Fierceness has. White Barrio hanging out with those Florida.
I'm sorry, I don't remember Fierceness being in the Breeders' Cup Classic a couple of years ago.
And impressively, that's number 4.
He's in it last year.
Just Trust Me.
He was, yeah.
Just Trust Me is a baby
He was.
bull, 3 years old, by Boat Express. Under the Mayor Trust Fund Kitty by Kitten's Joy. Owned by Eugene Burns and Dewey Williams. Trained by Dewey Williams. And ridden to victory by Antonio Whitehall. Time for the 5
That was a paid workout.
Let's see, in the Pegasus World Cup, he beat Locked, Skippy, Saudi Crown, Croupy, Power Squeeze, Mystic Dance, Stronghold. Come on.
A who's who of B-level horses. That is pretty impressive.
And he beat Cody's Wish, too.
Okay, he beat Cody's Wish. I'll give you that.
Yeah.
Quick print race.
Yes.
Kicking off.
I'll give you that.
Pick 5 wagering with a carryover of just under.
Okay, great. Now Deanna's breaking stuff, Felipe. She wants your address. Don't go after her. White Barrio, exactly.
Turning your programs to race number 4.
White Barrio does have some fans, I will say.
He does. He does.
I don't know any, but I know they're out there.
Make the jockey Rashad Knight.
Deanna, no need to break anything. We know who's winning.
Now turning your programs to race number 5, no changes. Also no changes in race number 6. Turning your programs to race number 7. Number 7, Rhino.
All right, we got one more short field here before we get into.
Yeah. Okay.
Oh yeah, that's right. What am I put my computer away for?
Yeah.
I got to open it up. All right, so I lost us $10 there. Boo hoo. What was it? 4-2? Yeah, 4-1.
4-1. 4-1, 2-3.
Man, that did not pay out much at all.
Paul, you really remember, my friend, like the fact that early June and Triple Crown will be over Saturday. Yeah, you have to do that, Paul, because you have the Haskell and the Travers right around the corner. You can't You
Right.
can't. It has to be over because you have two big summer races at two very big tracks. Kind of their marquee races are
Yeah.
right behind it, so they have to get a break. Before after the. So you want it done early. You don't want the Triple Crown to go into like July and then have the month to go into that. It's just not going to work because by the end of the year, all the 3-year-olds would be exhausted because all they would do is just keep running.
I think the timetable is actually pretty good because
I think so too. Yeah,
we get the 3-year-old races done, then we concentrate on some of the races for older horses, and then we start looking to Breeders' Cup and.
Yeah. That's a perfect break too because this weekend is the what do you call it, the 7th. Then the Jim Dandy is like the 24th or 25th, right? And then in July, and then the Travers. So it fits, gives those 3-year-olds a nice little break, in the action before they're back on the trail.
And then before you know it, we're watching 2-year-old races for next year.
That's right.
Yeah.
Yeah, Paul. Your 2-year-olds and 3-year-olds are a little bit. They bring them along a little bit slower over there, so that's why it's June and September, and Woodbine does the same thing with their Canadian horses. Their King's Plate isn't until August, and then the Prince of Wales, and then that's not until late either. So we have 11 minutes till race 3. I'll read the conditions here. We have claiming purse $10,400 for 3-year-olds and up, which have not won a race since December 3rd, or which have never won 4 races. 3-year-olds. There we go.
And even though we still got a short field, I got a long price in a short field.
Love
it.
Not super long, but
right. There are no
like
long
favorites.
prices left, really. Yeah.
And it's funny because Formula, I had not looked at your sheet, and I just looked at it, and I was like, "Damn it!"
Oh,
we got the same top pick.
Oh, did we? Okay. Yeah.
All right. All right. So who will go first?
I suppose I could.
Okay, bud.
Give
Go ahead.
me 1 second here, and
No
I'll.
problem.
Sure, I can do it while
up.
you're looking at that. I don't mind.
Okay.
So I've got Wrong Direction, the number 5 on top. Tom Gardepy and Rashad Knights. Rashad is riding really well this year, and up until Antonio going off last night for 3, Rashad was leading, and now the 2 of them are tied atop the jockey standing. So he's riding well. This one came in from Fawner last time out. Probably needed, I'm gonna say, needed a race over the surface, and got a decent 3rd in that race. Rashad stays aboard. And I just think that this is a competitive race, and you might have a little bit of speed for this one to run into here. And I'm going to take a chance with the 5 because I think we're going to have some short prices here. I think Mr. Dazzle, the 4, is the speed in here. You probably got like 3 horses here that I think want to be out there buying for the speed. And as a result of that, as we've seen so far, I don't like speed on the front end. I think Mr. Dazzle will be backing up, and I hope he continues to take a lot of money because I don't like him. I think he's off the board. Big Ticket is currently your 6-5 favorite. Getting Antonio up. I get this one being there. I'm trying to beat this one with the 5. I do have the 3 second. Second off a layoff, got a nice second last time out. As we said, Antonio starting to find it again. So these 2 hook up at 36%. So really high rate for them. So it'd be tough to beat the 3, but I'm trying to with the 5. And then lastly, I've got the 1 and 3rd. So another one that's second off a layoff, shipper coming in, but raced really well at Assiniboia last year. 5 out of 9 underneath. And that's what I like about this one, coming from the inside. Another one who has a potential if the speed in front of him, and I think there's a couple of that'll be in front of him, and maybe he can close up and beat some of the tiring speed and get up for a piece underneath. So 5, 3, and 1 for me.
Okay. Formula?
Yeah. So it's interesting that, like, you look at the age of the horses in this, and Wrong Direction is the young gun here, 4.3 years old, sitting next to Mr. Dazzle, who's 9 and a third. Yeah. And I do like those horses 1 and 2, 5 and 4. But I understand trying to beat the 2 sub 2-1 morning line favorites here. The one I'm trying to beat, though, is Big Ticket. I do favor the 4 a little bit more, and like Tim, I like the 1 as my 3rd pick here. So I actually went 5-4-1 as opposed to Tim's 5-3-1, despite the fact that my formulas keep lining up on this. But yeah, it's tough to look at that 3. You see 9 times in the money in the last 10. That's a little bit scary to bet against. So I get it if you're going after the 3, who's now the favorite. But yeah, that's where I'm landing up on my formula here. The one that I aligned to ASD.
Yeah. There you go. Hot Rod is starting the pick 5 with 1-3-4. Bobby D, how are you, buddy? Has got the 3-2-1-5. Paul Nolan's is the 5 is 6-1 here at the moment. Groundhog is playing the 5 here in honor of Jim Marshall, who passed away, famous for running a fumble recovery 66 yards for a touchdown in the wrong direction.
Yeah,
There you go.
I remember that. Yeah.
Hot Rod, to answer your question, I mean, I get the 3 being a favorite, and I'm just trying to beat the favorite with the 5. I do like the 5. Don't get me wrong. I'm not just taking a wild stab here. I get the 3 being there, but I was just trying to. And the thing about the 4 is I just really think speed is backing up badly lately at Assiniboia. Mr. Dazzle's definitely going to be the speed here, and I'm looking for him to back up, especially at 9 against younger horses. So.
Yeah,
I don't think that there is a set pace setter here. I look at these 5 horses. I've got the last time. The last time out, the 1 and the 5 were close to the pace. The 2 and the 4 were like 2 lengths off, and then the 3 is more than that, like 3 plus lengths back. And then if you look for the last 5 races for all of them, they're all in that like 3 to 5 lengths back range, it seems.
right.
I mean, I totally
more like
agree
3
with
to 4.
None of them are traditional front runners, but somebody's got to.
Somebody's got to, but then what does that mean for the rest of the race? Does that mean that they're going to run away with it? If that's the case, then 5 and 1 look pretty good here. And the 3 is the one that I would cross out. Because the 3, I think, is the least pace forward of the bunch. Yeah, I'm trying to figure out what's going to happen with this pace here, because nothing is sticking out to me.
Yeah. I just think that the if you look at them, to me, the 4 has been the one that's been most forwardly placed. Does have a race. If you look at 4 September last year, did go out similar type race to where there were no real speed horses, and this one tried to go gate to wire and faded to 4. So that's the kind of thing I'm looking for.
Yeah, I show the 3 as doing something similar to that 3 races ago, and that's it.
And he did.
Yeah. So I'm curious to see what the strategy is going to be for these 5 horses here. All these 5 horses like to sit a distance off the pace and close out, and I guess Sean has to figure out what to do with it too.
The big difference to me, formula, is watching these guys for 2 years now. Whitehall is not going to try to take the 3 out to the lead. He prefers to close, and Cumberbatch is going to try to take Mr. Dazzle out.
Okay.
Right.
Okay. That may be the answer right there then.
But by the way, you guys have to show some love to Assiniboia here, okay? You
Hmm.
gotta say, Mr. Dazzle. Yeah, you gotta give him his proper name there. You know.
That's true. Mr. Dazzle.
Exactly.
Yeah.
All right. I actually have my bet. You can hit the button.
Woo.
I'm going to do a $2 exacta key. Not sexy, but I'm going to include him just in case he runs a big race. I'm going to do $2 exacta. What is it for $12? 5 with the 1, 3, 4.
Okay.
So for
Exact the
those
key. So the 5 has to win and be on top then.
no first or second. So I'm gonna for $12. I'm gonna do it both ways. Yeah.
Key box.
Exact the key box.
Yeah, key box.
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay.
Got it.
Yeah.
Did we take out the $10 that I blew out of the kitty yet?
I did. Yes.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah, we did,
Thank
yeah.
you.
Now I'm taking out the 12 for Sean here.
Yeah.
I like it. Let's get that 5 involved.
Yeah.
There's 2 other horses out there that are smaller prices, so we should get some value out of this.
Of these, we would prefer to see a 1-5 exacta.
Yeah.
Let's do that. Yeah. Let's do that. All right, guys. Thank you for tuning in. 141 I'm showing here, going strong. Make sure you hit that like button on our video. And also, let Assiniboia know you like Trust the Profits. Let them know in Twitter or X or wherever you want to. Let them know it works.
Yeah. Look at the pick 5 jackpot. 113,000.
Oh, wow.
Nice.
That is nice.
I was upset last night in the pick 4. I missed one leg. I had that price to open up with Antonio.
Oh, the one is 7-1. Love them.
Yes. So I had Antonio on top to open it up, and I felt really good. And then I missed one leg, and it was stupid because I didn't include a horse I should have. So,
Marv, we so appreciate that, my man. We love it. And it's because of people like you, it's the best hang, bud. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Marv. Appreciate it.
Todd's just realizing that we're on, and then he's gonna turn things off right before the last race before we win, like he did last week.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. 0 minutes.
Starting June 24th, Todd's going to be giving us Woodbine Mohawk picks because they start running on Tuesdays. So Todd's not only going to give us Assiniboia picks, he's going to give us Mohawk picks as well.
So, gentlemen, discussing some cocktail lounge business. We still have Churchill Downs on Thursday nights, right? That's going on for a little bit longer.
Yes, that'll go all summer.
Oh, that's all summer? For some reason,
Yes.
I thought it cut off in the middle of the summer
all
at
summer.
some point.
No, they do the Twilight Thursdays all the time. Saturday they kind of move back and forth, and they do the day races most of the time, and then they do once a month at night.
And then
once a couple times during the meet, something like that.
And then after the King's Plate, Woodbine will go back to 5 o'clock first post.
Oh, nice. Okay.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Todd's got some ammo tonight. Ethan can't be greedy, he's broke. Todd is going 4 or 5 exacta box.
All right. All right, guys. Everyone in comment land out there. What is the biggest lock for Saratoga on Saturday? And it doesn't have to be one of the 2 big races. Doesn't have to be the Met Mile.
Right.
Doesn't have to be a lock there. Doesn't have to be the Belmont Stakes. What is
Right.
your biggest lock if you've handicapped it yet? And I know we just got the data recently on it, but I'm just curious if you guys have a solid lock.
Yeah. That'd be a great question out there. Let us know. Let us know. Hot Rod says White Abario is his lock.
Okay, moving on. Next.
Hang on,
Just kidding.
I mean, I like that pick right there, but I'm going to give you one here. Hang on, I'm going through my PPs here. I've got it open.
Yeah.
I had my Saratoga one up as well because I knew we'd be talking about it.
Yeah.
Not that this is it, but I just saw the name. How about Echo?
Endlessly.
No.
Had to do it. Had to do it.
Good timing there, Sean. Right on top of it. Endlessly.
There are some good races, though, for sure.
Oh yeah, brilliant races.
It's always a good card.
Yeah.
Oh, Felipe, yeah. Nitrogen's been a monster.
I was about to say Nitrogen is a
Ooh.
good pick, but I've got one that.
Yeah, Nitrogen is a good pick. Yeah.
Nitrogen has been a monster. That is a excellent
look that
pick.
up.
Okay, here it is. So in the True North Stakes, you got a good field: Concrete Glory, Crazy Mason, Surveillance, Nakatomi, Bookham Dano, Mulligan, Full Moon Madness, and Nutella Fella. Mulligan. Bet the bankroll.
Love it.
Mulligan, huh? In a field like that, you think that Mulligan is heads and
Brissett.
above?
Rodolphe Brissett.
Brissett and Pratt rides this horse really well. He did not ride this horse in the Churchill Downs.
Okay.
Didn't do as well with Saez. Now he's back aboard. I like this horse a lot.
I love Brissett. The other day he shows up at Churchill Downs in a T-shirt. People think like, oh, his horse must not have a chance, and it barely lost by like an inch. And watch that horse going forward. Next, it was a 2-year-old race, and that horse was flying. Passport. Remember that horse? That horse was flying. It was the $1.75 million horse that didn't win, but Passport was flying. Oh, let's bring up Kurt here. Good luck, everybody.
Sherman, a little fractious, settled. A little fractious again. They're at the post.
And they're off.
And they're off. From the inside, Shirley Sherman is showing a little bit of early speed. Match to the outside by Big Ticket. Now going on by grabbing the lead with Mr. Dazzle right to the outside. Shirley Sherman back to third, far beyond. Hugging the rail in fourth and wrong direction. Watching the early action. 5 off the lead. The opening
24.
24-4.
They're not going very fast.
Big
No.
ticket, Mr.
Makes it bad for the
Dazzle.
5.
Yeah.
Going.
Yeah,
Here he comes.
totally.
Here he comes. Come on, Rashad.
In third, far
Get up
beyond,
there.
off it.
Come on, Rashad.
Come on, Richard. Here you come.
Wrong direction.
Let's go now, kid.
Here he comes.
Here he comes.
Come on.
Let's go. Get the afterburners going.
48 seconds. They hit
Come
the
on,
bottom
Richard.
line.
Get the
And
Whoa.
burner going. Come on.
Went sideways.
Let's catch him for second.
Now by
Get up there, 5.
6. Mr. Dazzle back
Get up,
to
5.
second.
Come on, get
Get us
up
a
there,
win.
Richard.
Try and run down
He's
Mr.
tired.
Dazzle.
Come on, you got him.
Yeah, he's got him.
Come on.
Reel him in.
Reel him
He's
right
got it.
in.
He's got it.
3-5.
Looked like wrong direction. Just got a nose in front of Mr. Dazzle. Went far beyond, finishing in fourth.
Whew. That was a tight one.
So if my math is correct, we bet 12 to get 1160.
Oh, no. Oh, no.
But we got something back.
Yeah.
Right? That's better than
Yeah,
a 0.
No, absolutely. Absolutely.
Well, at one point, you know what's amazing? When I bet my bet, I didn't even look. It was 16-20. So someone hammered it. Someone hammered it late because it was 16 or 18-20, and it went down to 11. Someone hammered it.
As your race winner, a photograph has been called.
Yeah, money is money, right, Joseph? There you go.
They went the opening quarter
Heck yeah.
24-4. The half 48
Big
seconds.
ticket.
5 furlongs, a minute and 3/5.
Yeah, I mean, I thought that horse was the best. I was trying to beat him with the 5, and they went too slow up front and he had nothing to run into. But Whitehall is back. I'm telling you.
I mean, he was,
Yeah,
yeah,
like he never left.
Guess who's back?
yeah. My boy is back with a vengeance. He heard the rumors the first week. What are you doing? He's like, okay, hold my beer.
Sean, I see that Endlessly is 20-1 morning line.
He is, yes.
Wow.
Yeah. I will. I mean, I'll let people in. Mike, I talked to his wife and what do you call it? He's been training fantastic. That last race, they came in third. He was totally using that as a springboard for this race, and they were very happy with it. I think what they're looking at, which is interesting, is the last time he ran in New York, which is when he had to go to the sidelines. He came in last because the pace was so slow. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But he's a much different horse than he is now. I don't think he'll get 20-1 on that day. Am I saying he'll win? No, I'm not. He's not my pick of the, you know what I'm saying? But I think he can definitely hit the board.
Yeah, with value.
He's back to his they've said he's back to his normal self, and if he's back to his normal self, he definitely has a chance.
Yeah, for sure.
And nobody's riding better. I know Flavian's amazing, but Roberto's riding damn good right now on the turf,
Yeah.
So I would not. Let me see. I'm going to find my lock of the day for people here. Let me see. I had it.
Someone, I think it was Dan H, brought up Save Us Melania in race 1, who looks really good. But I'm going to try to beat Save Us Melania with Maggie's Palace at 8-1.
Okay.
I can't blame you for playing Save Us Melania, though. I mean, that horse looks really good, damn good.
Who do you like in there, Formula?
The 5, Maggie's Palace.
Okay.
Getting a jockey upgrade. Got average earnings at the distance, 42,009, which is significantly better than the other horses in that race. Yeah.
I'm going to turn it off.
It's going to be tough to beat Save Us Melania, but that's the one I would try to at least pair in with her and maybe try to beat her with.
Trying to find it right now for us. Let me see here.
Where do you have Roswell in there?
Oh, Roswell's that's my top 3 right there. Is 1, 5, 2. It's just the order for me.
Yeah,
is what I'm trying to clarify. But all of my formulas have those just in different order. But yeah, there's certain things I like about Maggie's Palace, and at that value, I think that's where I'm going to try to play in race 1. But if I were to do a trifecta, 1, 2, 5, box it up.
Yeah, I like Roswell in there. Junior, Sean.
Yeah.
No, he's got a big chance, Roswell.
For sure. And my 5 is getting Flavian Pratt too, so that helps.
Yep.
Maggie's Palace, getting Flavian, getting a little jockey upgrade there. Always nice to see. All right, let's see. I'll turn the car on. I think my computer is heating up the car right now.
66.90.
Ooh. All right.
Good job, Malthot.
I'm with you on Flavian, Ethan. With you on Flavian.
Tim, who was the horse the other day? This is wrong on me. Speaking of the Oscar babies, he won again the other day on the turf. He's really looking good. He
Wasn't This Is Oscar, is it?
World Beater?
Yeah, World Beater.
World Beater.
He's getting really good.
Yeah,
We're gonna
I
have
was
to
not
watch that
expecting
one.
him.
Watch that one going forward. He could be real good. I'm trying to find my lock of the day for people here.
Yeah. I'm curious to hear myself.
Yeah.
Oh,
I'm looking here.
I don't even know if I have mine figured out yet, but
Yeah, this is an interesting
I do
field.
kind of like Spirit of St. Louis.
Yeah.
But I mean, any of these races, and that's why I'm asking for locks of the day, because I'm just curious who people have out there. All these races, there's competitors. Like, there's not one that looks super top heavy.
No.
Dan H, who brought up Save Us Melania, that's as good of a contender as any. I can't
Oh, I
blame him for
agree.
bringing up that horse.
Yeah.
But I just have some others in there that I'm going to try to beat her with. But yeah, it's
Yeah.
tough. It's not like there's one race that I'm looking at, even with like some of the even money favorites. I feel like I can put a horse out there and possibly beat him.
Oh, absolutely. There's no. To me, there's not many singles. You know what I'm saying? Like where I
Oh
just
yeah,
say,
yeah.
if this horse shows up, you know.
Yep.
Yeah, Mel
Yep.
thought he's doing good. Tyler's getting better. He's getting strong. He's not riding at the Belmont because he wants to be 100% for when Saratoga actually opens on in July. He wants to
And he
be there for
stopped.
the.
Yeah,
Hmm?
and he stopped reading Tim's tweets too, which I think is
Right,
also
right,
helping his progress
right. Exactly. Yes, tremendously, tremendously.
tremendously.
Yes. Yeah, no, but he's doing good. He's getting better day by day, and he wants his goal was all along. He was obviously would be very tempted to ride in the Belmont, but he wants to just be 100% as possible for the Saratoga meet, and that's been his goal the whole
Yeah,
time.
he's getting there.
So we'll see him soon.
He's getting
He's
there.
doing good though.
Whew.
There is a horse I do like. Let me see. I'm trying to find him here.
Yee. Yeah, let me comb through here and see what I've got. So does anyone stick out here? Okay, race 2
Yeah.
or race 3, those might be the ones where I have the most feeling on a lock, but it's also difficult because they're maidens too. So
Yeah.
mainstream in race 2, but again, you got firsters in that race, which is always tricky. But I do like what the horse has done already in 2 races, getting in the money twice. Brad Cox, Luis Saez. It feels like it's time for mainstream. And then
Yeah.
in race 3, redistricting the 7. But man, 9 furlongs on turf for me to say that that's my lock. That's a difficult ask as well. But I would say if there's one in a big race like this, that Chad Brown, Flavian Pratt, those would probably be my 2 closest locks. But wow, it's tough to really send it on either one for reasons given. But you got to do it. So I think I'll go with the 4 in race 2 as being my lock, mainstream.
Yeah. Yeah. I like it.
Thank you.
Yeah.
I'll tell you another horse I really like that day is Think Big.
Yeah.
They're at the post.
Think big. Think
Yeah.
big. Think big. Where do I find me a Think Big?
Race 9. The grade
From the
1.
outside,
What is that?
Shirley
Jaipur?
Sherman is
Jai-
showing a
Jaipur?
early speed match to the outside
Oh yeah,
by Big
got him
Ticket.
3rd.
Now going on by grabbing the
So again,
lead.
I'm trying to beat him with
Mr.
bigger numbers.
Dazzle, right to the outside.
Mr.
Shirley Sherman
Dazzle.
back to 3rd, far beyond, hugging the rail in 4th and wrong direction. Watching the early action.
I can
5
turn it
off
off here.
the lead.
Oops.
Yeah,
Two big
if you
quarters,
can.
24
Yeah, I still am
and
on.
4.
Whoops, yeah.
I mean, I'll tell you one thing, Tim. The one thing I like about Think Big, even though I've got him as 3rd, is the way I rated his last race. He is like significantly better than the next 3 horses that are tied for 2nd in terms of their last race.
Yeah.
Why can't you shut him off?
Yeah, I had him. He was one of the
Yeah.
ones that I had on Derby Day when we were betting all of them, and I just
Oh yeah,
really
yeah.
loved that horse.
I get that one. Yeah. I have him 3. I'm trying to beat him with the 9 and the 5. AG Bullet and Arzak.
I mean, his last
We'll
three
see.
races, he went from Fairgrounds to Keeneland to Churchill. He just keeps winning. You know, he's throwing up
Yeah.
100 buyers in the last two. He's tough.
Yeah.
Hmm.
It's going to be tough to beat him. Yeah. I do like that 9, though. I think AG Bullock can give a run.
now, obviously, I will say this, and I'm not saying this is my lock because it doesn't. I think it's my lock, but I don't think it's. I hate
I
doing
feel
this.
a bias coming. Is it an
No,
Oscar
no,
baby?
no. She feels pretty. She feels pretty. No one's going to beat her this whole year. I don't think. I think she's just that
Ooh.
much better than everybody else in her division. I think she's just an absolute monster wherever
All
she
right.
goes. You know, but I'm not picking a 3 to 5 as my. You know what I'm saying? That's not a good. You know.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. Here we go. Here's my horsey. It is, yes. And yes, it's a little bit biased, but not biased, and it's smart. Okay?
Okay.
In the
I'm
just
with
a
you,
game.
Sean.
In the just a game. Okay? I
Okay.
love Junior and Mott on a Lilac Rolla at 6-1 for Resolute Racing. This horse is
Okay.
3 for 5 with a second and a third. I think this horse is getting better and better and better. Interesting pattern here, which is interesting. Notice Junior, and this is kind of by design, I think, right? Notice Joel is riding 2 of Bill's horses, not Junior, right? They don't want him to ride too many races that day. You know what I'm saying? Like in terms of he wants to save the strength for the big one. You know, notice the Belmont has 2 horses in early races, and they're both being ridden by Joel, not Junior. You know, that's by design because they won't want him. They don't want him riding 8, 9 races and then trying to win the sovereignty. They want to win.
Which race are you on right now, Sean?
Oh, is it 13? Where am I at? Where am I in here? Right. Where'd I go? Where is it? I just lost my thing. Leave out Pletcher, leave in a stretcher.
Was it race 5? Remarkably?
No. I'm gonna find it. Yeah, let me find it.
Sorry to get you off your key. I was just trying to follow along here.
I just went out of it. Darn it. I just had it.
Sorry.
No worries. But yeah, it's the Rolla. I'll find it. Hold on a second.
All right.
I'll find it again. Take 2 seconds.
All right.
Yeah, but 6-1. The horse is 3 for 5 with a second and a third, and this is the one race where they're really trying.
Hey guys, 4 minutes to race
Oh,
4,
yeah.
even though it'll be a couple
yeah.
extras, and the horses are headed out to the track right now. If we want to run through this one,
Okay.
Yeah. And this will be my last race, I do believe. My daughter should be popping out in a little bit here. I can run through this. I know we got firsters in here. I have ignored them for the sake of conversation. I think the 5 and the 1 are the top 2 horses in here, and I'm going to squeeze in the 2. I like the 5 a little bit better. I think he's rated out slightly better, I would say, at the distance and for the surface than the 1. I don't know what his odds are right now, but I do like him a little bit better. Squeeze in mini glazed donut, which sounds delicious right now, would be my next one. I guess we could take a chance on one of the firsters as well, because I do like the 5 and the 1 a little bit better. So you could probably squeeze in a firster like the 6 if we wanted to get saucy and try out something different there.
Yeah, I'm just bringing my screen back up here so we can
No problem.
get the. For some reason, it was going weird on the video there. Now we should be able to bring it back up. That work?
Uh-oh.
All right, now we're back on the track. It's the Fabulous Fillies.
Yeah.
There we go. Race 4. Race 1, number 2, Roswell. Yeah, Martin Jr. for Saturday. Yeah, love it, bud.
So who's taking this race? Is this you, Tim, or is it Sean?
That's Tim.
this is me.
Okay, Sean, what are your thoughts on race 4 here?
Yeah, okay. So this is an interesting race here. yeah, this horse surprised me a little bit. This is where like sometimes a 2-year-old can go better than a 3-year-old, because Mini Glazed Donut looked like it was completely lost like last year, but did run a nice third when he got Bino, but loses Bino tonight to the 1. So therefore, in my estimation, with this group, I think that first race, he really the one. If you watch the first race, just got crushed. I mean, he got broke a step slow, steadied. I mean, like under the 10-pound bug, maybe a little nerves. I don't know what it was, but he just got absolutely just shoveled to the back. And I think this horse will run a much better race towards the front tonight. Zabibbo. That was my number 1 pick. My second pick, Not Sexy, was 2 Left to Load. Ran a very nice second in front of Mini Glazed Donut to come in second. Stevenson stays on for Nault. They've been 0 for 6 so far, but he's had multiple seconds with them, so he has been riding well. And it's almost I'm going almost with that race. I'm going 1-5-2, exactly the way that race came last time. I think that's going to be a key race in this field, and I just went 1. And I'm going to let the first-time starters try to beat me from the outside. And I'm 1, 5, and 2.
All right. Tim?
Okay, for me, I don't need any time. I'm just going to throw this up here and talk about it as I do.
Good call.
We are going to play a $2 trifecta key. We are keying the 1 with the 2, 5, 6. So let me explain.
Right.
So the 1 is much the best here. They're not going to beat this horse. So I've got the 1 on top. I actually, believe it or not, though, I've got the 6 second, the first time starter. And here's why. This 6, if you look, is a full sibling, full sister to Mobile Creek, who ran last year and won at first asking here at Assiniboia. So full sister to that one. The Dam, she is 1 for 1 with first time starters. Typically get them ready. So I think that she is working okay and looks like that she might be able to get a little bit of a piece here. I'm not saying necessarily that the 5 looks really good as well, but I think the 6 could run underneath, and then the 2 looks best to the rest for me. So we're just going to key the 1 with those 3 horses, 2, 5, and 6, and hope that we get the 6 a little bit higher up and at 15 to 1.
All right.
And ideally, we'll take a 1 with the 6-2 and get that 2 to 1 out of there. But
yes,
I like it.
Not buying the 5 on top. That's okay. That's okay. I'm rooting with you guys. All right, let me shut her down here. And hopefully this race goes off before my daughter gets out.
Yeah, actually, for me, I'm playing a pick 4 as well here. This is my favorite bet of all the bets right now in the country. The guaranteed pick 4 to Assiniboia, and when they have the guaranteed 50s instead of the guaranteed 20s, I definitely want a piece. So I always play them, and the 1 to me is a single.
Gotcha. All right, let's go with it. I like the confidence.
Yeah. Love it. Malthot single that. Yeah. Groundhog's got a $1 superfect. 1, 5 with 2, 6 with all. Good luck, my friend. All right, so let me try to find it here. Come on, Gold Cup. So many great races. 8:02 is the last post on Saturday, so they'll be giving flashlights out. Exactly.
I had to turn mine on. 2 minutes.
There we go. Okay, so it's the Just a Games. That's race 13, folks.
So 2 minutes to post when it's 0 minutes to post? That's the joke?
Yeah. Yes. Race 13 on Saturday, the Just a Game Grade 1. And the a Lilac Rolla, number 7. out of Harry Angel, who's Irish. It's a full Irish bred horse owned by Resolute Racing. And I think that horse is going to be ultra live.
What race number was that again?
Race 13. Number 7, a Lilac Rolla.
Ah.
Where do you have him?
I must have missed a race. I had it capped up to 12.
No.
I'll check that out later today.
Yeah,
Glad we
there's
had the
14
conversation.
races.
For what day, Sean?
Saturday.
For Saturday at Saratoga?
Yeah.
Yeah, because 12 is the Manhattan. The Belmont is
Oh,
13.
maybe am I on Friday? Oops. I may be on Friday.
Okay, so I'm not the crazy one. It's Sean.
No,
Good to know.
no. Okay. Sorry.
That would explain why I didn't see it at all.
Right. And on Friday, don't forget Cameo Performance. Scratched out of Churchill Downs to run in this spot for Brendan Walls. Just saying.
Yeah.
Annie Franco, 3-1. Go to the bank. Cash it.
And the Oscar goes to...
See? Exactly.
It's post time.
I'm waiting for the first Oscar baby at Assiniboia, Sean.
That will never happen. That will never happen.
I don't know. I think they should take one of their better mares and go down there. It's the best price in sires in the entire country.
I think so too. Yeah. Uh-oh. There we go. You'll bring
All right.
Kurt back
Get some
up here.
action here.
Sean,
Get Kurt back on.
we did have a constitution here tonight, though.
We did, yeah, a couple of them.
I saw
There's been
that.
a couple of constitutions.
Yes.
Mini glazed donut is also.
We had a run happy last year.
Noni's cookie.
That shouldn't surprise anyone these days.
No.
From the middle, here comes Shazat.
Shazat. Come on, guys. Let's get going.
2 left to load. Now steps up.
Good luck, everybody.
And then just 2 left to go.
Okay, I'm going to mute up here. Good luck. Let's go.
Amplify, 1 of 2 first-time starters is in. And now just
Actually, I'm going to drop off. I'll see you guys later. Good luck. I'll probably watch in the video.
Thanks, bud.
They're at the post. Zabibo a little fractious. And they're off.
And they're off.
From the inside, Zabibo and Mini Glazed Donut are the first away, and they're going to do the early battle. Settled right in behind Noni's Cookie. And Shazette sitting in a great position to the outside. The first-time starter, Born in a Blizzard. Another length back, 2 left to load, and the early trailer will be Amplify. But it's Zabibo through an opening quarter of 24-4. Mini Glaze.
Come on, Span.
Still right there in second. Shazette.
Here comes my first time start of the 6, Sean.
Yeah.
I just need that 1 to get going.
I know. Come on, 1 up that rail. Come on, get brave. Come on, get brave, 1. Yep. Come on, 1. Come on, 1. The 6 is going to get him. Come on.
Come on, 6.
Come on, 6. Come on, 6.
Get up, 6.
Oh, no. 1, 2, 4.
Mini Glazed Donut is
Oh,
back in.
so
Third's gonna
close.
Go to Shazette, and 4th to Amplify.
50-1 gets in the middle of our way.
Oh, my 6 was coming.
No. So close, Timmy.
Yeah.
Yeah, the Oscars have been warming up again, Groundhog, for sure.
But I got my pick 4 going with my single.
Yeah, there you go. Man.
The stewards opposed to number 1, Zabibo.
Dan played a couple of tickets. Okay.
To number 2, Mini Glazed
Good job,
Donut.
Dan. Dan's
Third to
alive.
number 4, Shazette. And fourth to number 6, Amplify. They went the opening quarter 24 and 4.
Oh, so
Now
close,
49
man.
and 3. 5
So
furlongs,
close.
102 and 2. Time for the 5.
I was worried the one wasn't even going to get by Mini Glazed Donut, you know?
I just didn't think that Bino really asked him until he hit the lane, and then he just kind of pulled away.
Yeah.
But we got the single going in the pick 4.
There you go. Zabibo. Clearly, this girl's horses are. She's been in the winner's circle now twice tonight out of 4 races. She's a lucky ticket there.
Yeah, Ron. Unfortunately, the calls hit this track very hard. They really do.
Now in the winners and
Zabibo.
the official winner of the fabulous Phillies race.
Yeah, no, that was an excellent bet by Tim.
Zabibo is a chestnut filly, 4 years old by
I wouldn't say that. We didn't get it home.
No, but it's a good structure though.
By Dr. Ross and Brenda
You know.
I just couldn't see the 50 to 1 getting there, but
No,
we were close. We were close getting the 2 and the 6 in there and getting the 5 out. That's exactly what I was hoping for.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Who scores the double? 2 wins for trainer Carl Anderson.
Okay, so she works for Carl Anderson, so she's the lucky charm right now. So we gotta keep in mind who's got Carl Anderson horses because he's doing well tonight. Is that an insulting name or a privilege? Yeah, 10K dropped on the win of the last flip. Unbelievable.
Yeah, it happens here on the regular.
Yeah, good job, Hot Rod. All right, we move on to the 5th race. 5.5 furlongs, claiming purse 13-2 for fillies and mares, 3-year-olds and up. The older will get 123, the 3-year-olds 117. But there are no 3-year-olds in this field. Yeah, there are no 7-horse. There are no 3-year-olds in this field. In race 5. So let us know who you like here. I had someone message me, why don't you guys ever ask what people are drinking tonight? That's the cocktail lounge. This is Tuesday night.
We do that in the cocktail lounge.
Right, exactly. You can tell us if you want to, feel free to, but we're not going to bring that up because that's Thursday night.
Yes, and I'm not even having a cocktail. I'm drinking Coke Zero.
Yeah, and I got my ice. So exactly. So. And I'm almost out. I need to get a refresher. I'll be right back.
Sure, no problem. All right, what's everybody think about this one coming up? I'm against the favorite. Who's in love with the 6? Post and let us know. 173 watching. Somebody's got to have a thought. I'm against the 6. And I have an angle. Come on, Hot Rod, take a shot. You're just going chalk, chalk, chalk. It has been chalky lately, but I'll tell you, 2 or 3 times a night over the last 4 racing days, the chalk is not on the board and we're getting a long shot home. So we just got to find those races, and I think this might be one. I'll wait for Sean to get back before I tell him why the 6 is going to get beat here. I see a whole lot of 6. Love for the 6. The 6 is not going to win. Nobody's even mentioned the winner yet. Got a horse I like here at a price. We'll see what happens.
All right, we are back in the game. Okay. Waiting for the 8 Dior. Did your winner beat the before?
Yes. Yes, she did. So, Sean, I was talking a little bit about why we're going to beat this 7-5 favorite, the 6 horse here. So I'm going to talk a little bit about it. And look, you look at this 6, and this 6 had a good 5 furlong race last time out, first off a layoff.
Yeah.
But here's the thing about this 6. The 6 was the favorite last time, and if you look, was the favorite basically, almost every time except for one race before that. But look at the 3 races before the last one. Beaten by Adams Creed, who is in this race. Beaten by Happy Hour, who is in this race. Beaten by Miss Z, who is in this race. This is just a tough field, and these horses beat up on each other. Load Abroad got the win last time out, but I think that there are horses that are going to give her a run for her money here. And the one that I like on top, Sean, is the 7 Adams Creed. And let me tell you why. Okay. She's coming off a layoff. Rick Wise has proven, he proved last night, that he is getting his horses ready off the layoff. Savage Love last night at this distance, 5.5 furlongs with Antonio Whitehall up, just like tonight, 15-1 and won pretty handily in that race. And I think they can repeat tonight. I think that Rick Wise he's got his horses running pretty well. This horse is 3 for 5 at the distance and 6 for 11 here at Assiniboia in the exacta. And I just think she's probably ready to run. Whitehall at this price, I'm going to take a shot. And, off the 12-1 morning line, we're now 7-1. So the horse is definitely taking money, and I'm going to give her a shot. And then I like the 3 more than the 6 as well. So Hot Rod said he liked the 6 and the 3. The 3 is my second pick. So I do like the 3 here, second off the layoff. Ran a decent race last night. Last time out, excuse me. And then second off the layoff should improve here. Jared Brown's getting Del Rimple up. The 2 of them, 26% so far the meet. So got to like that. and then I would put the 6 in third behind those. But 7, 3, 6, and if I added one more in there, I Miss Z. And here's another thing, reason that I don't like the 6, Sean, and I'm playing against the 6 because who rode the 6 last time out? That would be one of your last year's leading rider, Baudry up.
Yeah.
Now getting Bino. Where did Baudry go? Baudry goes to the 1 horse.
Yeah.
You know, Whitehall gets off the 1, so Baudry goes to the 1. So got Colonel Mustard. It's not exactly connections that Baudry rides a lot for, so it's not like he jumps over there because he's the first call, because he's not. It's just that he jumped over there, but he does ride a lot for Nault, but he's not riding the 6 here, which is interesting to me. So I think the 6 is a little bit more of an underneath play. I'm going to try to beat it with the 7. Got the 3 second, 7, 3, 6, 1.
Yeah. And it's interesting. The last race, the 6, Baudry jumps off the 6 to go to the 1. Whitehall jumps off the 1 to go to the 7.
Right. And I mean, you know, Whitehall he's the rider for Rick Wise. He's normally going to be on his horses, so he takes that ride. And I think that, you know, Baudry probably had his choice, but he gets off of the 6 to take the 1 here, which I find interesting.
Sure. Yeah. Interesting. I'm shocked the 3 is 5 to 1.
Yeah.
Terry Brown's off to a very solid start so far.
Yeah, it's pretty even after the 6. If you look at the 6 at 3 to 2, then you got the 5 at 4, the 1 at 4, the 3 is at 5, and the 7's at 7 to 1. So pretty evenly spread after those. And
yeah.
And if you're looking right now at all of the exacta probables, the lowest is a 6-3, which are the 2 favorites, and that pays $15.50 for $2. So money to be made in this race, I think. What's up, Fap?
Hey, Fap, how are you, bud? Todd not liking the Assiniboia Ripple. Six is a gray. We've got a couple of grays in here. The grays run faster. 8 2 thoroughbreds. He jumps off. Interesting. And both wins for the 6 have been with Baudry, you know?
Yes.
So the other Rimple had a couple of ones with him, but exactly. So
I totally agree, Groundhog.
Groundhog wins the comment of the night. Couldn't have said it better myself. Brown trains both the 3 and the 5. They both last ran in a 4-horse field and neither could win. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. There you go. A very valid speech here. Yeah. Sure.
Yeah, but the 3 ran a good second in there, and Half the Rapper is a really good horse.
Yeah, having the Rapper was like 1 to 5 that night.
Yep.
And I never lose when. Huh?
I think it was almost even. Like.
Yeah. And there's a great handicapping angle that I forget who it used to be, that someone who plays back on a second off a big winner. You know what I'm saying? Often the second place horse comes back and runs a big race. So, all right. So what are we at right now, Tim? We're at
Bankroll?
Yeah.
Plenty. 72.60.
72.60. Okay.
With 3 to go.
Yeah. Okay. Let me see. Thank you, Felipe. So appreciate you, buddy.
Definitely appreciate that.
Yeah, join us anytime. I mean, love having you. Okay.
There's your winner right there. Antonio Whitehall.
Whitehall. These horses have really been exactly. Yeah, 25, 219, 1 out of 3. And he's got the outside, which I think is key too. You know? All right. Let's see. I'm trying to think how to play this race.
We need this 6 to lose.
Yeah.
It'll help out the pick 4 because there's a whole lot of pick 4. If you look at that live money on the screen, 51,000 to the 6.
Yeah.
10,000 on the 3 and 7 on the 7. And I would have both of those moving forward.
Yeah.
So let's get that 6 out of there.
All right, Tim, hit that button.
Let's do it.
Okay, I'm going to do a $2 exacta box, 3, 6, 7.
Little $12 wager.
Tim, Hot Rod likes the 4 to be in the money. Todd says, Tim, you act like the MC. MC Hammer. 7, the gatekeepers got the 7 to win. Paul asked the question, in general, if a horse won its last race, do you increase or decrease his chance of winning the next race? A lot of times, Paul, it's who he beat. You know what I'm saying? Like if he's, you know what I'm saying? Like what, how did he do it? Who did he beat? There's a lot of questions on whether you win. You know what I'm saying? Like what level was it at? Is he stepping up? Is he dropping down? Is he, you know, what is a lot of questions go into that next race. How much did he step up? Who is he facing? Did he beat lesser? Did he beat better? You know, there's a lot of questions that before you can. Would you agree there, Tim?
I mean, I don't think that we have any world beaters, right?
Yeah. No, but I'm saying just in general, he's asking if a horse won the last race, you really have to look at the conditions that he won it at, he or she won it at, before you can really, you know, like if you have some horse running in a $20,000 claiming race and it wins by 6, and the trainer steps it up to a $50,000-$60,000 race, then you know what I'm saying? Then it's that's a good sign for your trainer, but your trainer likes them, but that's a little bit over their head, you know? So
yeah, I'm sorry, I misunderstood your question. Yeah, from a general perspective, the thing is it's the answer to everything in life. It depends.
Yeah, right, yeah.
It really depends. But here's the thing. I would rather see people take a horse and move it up off a win than drop it down.
Yeah, that's confidence. Yep, that's what I'm saying. Yep.
This 2's not one to move.
No.
But yes, I have no problem with horses moving up. To me, Sean, with 3-year-olds, I think a really good example that this year is Coal Battle.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
I mean, Coal Battle was winning and people were against that horse. And I just had a lot of confidence in him for a very long time, you know, right up until the Derby, when obviously he ran, you know, he kept moving up and up until then he was doing really well. But he just kind of peaked a little bit. But I'm excited to see him this weekend. So hopefully,
Yeah, with a nice
a
little
really good race.
Respite since the Derby, you know.
Yeah. And that's a great field in the Matt Win.
That's a great field.
A lot of the Derby holdovers from Churchill who haven't run elsewhere or haven't run in any of the other Triple Crown races have stuck around here and will now all be running in the Matt Win this weekend.
Yeah.
So that should be a good race.
See if Eastie can steal it from the front. I think just on class wise, I think Burnham Square is definitely the horse to. You know what I mean?
I agree
on that.
And you know, the more I like to decipher races, and I went back and I've watched the Derby probably 50 times, and that may sound crazy and people think it's an exaggeration, but I will watch it and like watch each horse. And only watch that horse on the trip around and see what happens. And I've done that for, just about every horse in the race a couple of times. And I think he got a bad trip and, he really got cut off badly and still performed well. And
the Japanese horse absolutely sawed him off.
Yeah.
Just completely sawed him off. If that Japanese horse doesn't get in his way, he's in the top 3.
And I was high on him, and that's exactly what I had going into that day. If you remember that day and you go back and watch our video, the trifecta and superfecta that I hit that day, I was actually playing on the top 2 positions. I played 8, 9, 18 with 8, 9, 18 with all the other horses in third and fourth positions. And but I really thought he had a strong chance, and I think that if he doesn't get cut off, he may have been right there.
I couldn't agree more. We got 0 minutes to race 5 here.
And just as a reminder, we've got a $2 exacta box 3, 6, 7 here. We'll hope to get the 6 out of there and get this 7-3 home. Todd says, "Why do you hate Japan, Sean?"
No, I just didn't like that horse. But Tim knows how much I love Forever Young. I'm a diehard Forever Young fan. I love him. That horse just got in our Burnham Square's way. Absolutely.
Yeah, he definitely did. Felipe, Sean will tell you, I was a huge East Avenue fan going into this year, and he's kind of had a different 3-year-old year than what I had envisioned. And other than a really strong race in the Bluegrass, I hope he comes back well. Let's just say that.
Yeah. He's capable. Yeah. He's capable.
If he gets it turned back around to what he showed he was capable of as a 2-year-old, then if he turned around, he definitely could win.
Yeah. I will see where Owen Almighty shows up off the Kate. Yeah, layoff.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah. Lynchy's always been very high on him. Yeah. He'll be back.
I don't think Rodriguez is loan speed.
No. Especially with the Pletcher boys coming into the
I look for Crudo to be out on the lead early.
Yeah, me too. That was such an impressive race by Crudo last time.
Yeah, he's just going to have to move forward a lot, Sean.
Oh yeah, right. No. But what I'm saying is he can stay for like a mile. You know what I'm saying?
Right. Exactly.
He can stay for a mile, which would if you're in the journalism and sovereignty camp, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
You're liking the fact that Crudo is in there.
Yeah, I think he'll be the rabbit and try to take something out of Rodriguez, but I don't think Rodriguez tries to go with him. Mike Smith is smarter than that, and he should hopefully set just off of that. And I like Rodriguez in this race.
Yeah.
Z leads a field into the starting gate. Next up, East Coast Cowgirl. Stevie Wonder Girl ready to go in.
Still, the 3 at 4-1 is a shock to me.
Warren's Memorable's turn. Here comes
200 people
Hour.
watching. Everybody, good luck to you
Yeah.
all.
Her
Thank
squad.
you all for joining us.
Just 2 left to load.
Dan, and that's possible. But I like Rodriguez a lot in this race.
And just waiting on Adams Creed. The field is set. They're at the post.
Let's go. 5-1's out.
Yeah.
See if he goes to the lead because he was like trying to get out and he stumbled.
He's doing it now, yeah.
Stop
the race.
Straight to the front, load abroad. Flashes a
Come on,
little bit of
Antonio.
early speed, happy hour. Goes to engage from the inside. 3 wide, Adams Creed in a good position. On the rail, Miss Z makes it a quartet. East Coast Cowgirl starting to make up ground with Stevie Wonder Girl and the trailer.
Stick with him.
Come on, Antonio.
The opening quarter, a quick
23. They're flying up front.
Come on, Antonio.
With that lead by a length and a half. Adams Creed to the outside in an all-out drive in second.
The 6 just looks
Come on, Antonio. Go after him now.
Here's him
Go
to
after
3
him
at the
now,
rail. Come on.
Antonio. Come on, 3. Come on, 7 and 3. Come on, 7 and 3. Come on, 7 and 3.
Get up,
Come
3.
on, 7 and 3. Get up to 3. Oh, 2's coming.
From East Coast
Oh
Cowgirl.
my God.
They're not going to catch the 6.
Where the heck?
East Coast Cowgirl in second, third to Warren's Memorable, and fourth to Stevie
I mean, we're
Wonder
just gonna
Girl.
have if we're gonna have those horses catching us, you know what I'm saying? I'll lose every time. You know? If I'm gonna have that 2 catching me every, you know what I'm saying? I turn the page, you know?
Yeah, Hot Rod. That 3 had the perfect position. Got the inside advantage coming up the rail as they hit the lane. I thought the 3 was definitely going to be able to get there, but just kind of died. But the inside is dead. I'm telling you, the rail is
it's totally dead. Yeah. 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 I was not playing East Coast Cowgirl at 19-1. Anyone who did, fantastic. You know, but I was not going to beat the, you know.
Memorable, and fourth to number 3, Stevie Wonder Girl. They went the opening quarter.
I never feel bad losing the bet of a horse that I was not going to play.
5 furlongs, 1
You
minute,
know.
3 fifths. Time for the 5.5
Sure.
furlongs.
4 got third at a small show bet. Honey. Oh, good job, Dan. Nice job. 45-1.
I'll be right back, Sean.
Oh, yep. Malathot made it through his 2 singles to pick 4. Good job, bud. Yeah, I know Ethan hates. It's terrible how the odds change like that. It's awful. But that's what the calls do in our game. And at a track like this where the money isn't huge, it shows in a big way. I wasn't going to leave that 3. This is a move that I'm not a fan of, by the way. If you watch the replay of this race, I hate the drop back, then come back on move, which the 3 did. If the 3 had just stayed in back and made the 1 big run, I think he outruns the 2. But what he did is he moved to the front, then dropped all the way back, and then tried to come on again. Your horse is using way too much energy to come back that much, and clearly he had nothing in the drive, you know. So I do not like that fall back and then try to come back on again attitude with this type of horse, because they're just not going to have the energy to sustain that, which clearly the 3 did not.
Out of the mare's study abroad, by Wheel Away. Owned by 18
But
thoroughbreds.
Loaded Rod was the best at 1-5. Did anyone have that? 2.
Time for the 5.5
Maybe
furlong.
6-2.
107-2.
Let's see.
Congratulations goes out to jockey Demario Bino, who scores the double. Back-to-back winners for jockey Demario Bino.
Back-to-back winners for the
Race
Mario
5 is
Bino.
official in the upcoming 6th race. Our co-featured event, the SS Peewee. There are no changes.
And we got the SS Kiwi coming up. Marv B is 6 over the 137.
Just under
Let's see. See if anybody had it.
$5,200, and they'll go to post in 15 minutes.
Dan had a 3-6 and it's 4 with the 3-6. Oh, close, Dan. Darn, 2 got in your way.
Running out to get your 50-50 tickets. The current jackpot, $1,290.
Well,
Still growing. Tickets 1 for 10,
yep.
1 for 20,
Yeah.
50 for 50,
That's,
or 200
yeah.
for $100.
Yeah, some of the moves he makes are interesting. Sure. Definitely have to keep that in the back of your mind for sure. I need the 4. Okay. So I was doing so good giving you guys winners on Friday. I should probably find a winner for you guys on Saturday.
Which is just a little over
Shouldn't.
23 minutes away. You don't want to miss out.
All right. Let me shut off our buddy right there for a second. There we go. Oops. There we go. Bring that up to the next race here so we don't miss it currently. There we go. That way the screen does. I don't know why they stop the screen on us, but they do. 5 at Yonkers. Yeah, so I'll have to find a interesting horse here for you guys. Remember the last time they let Nutella Fellow go off at 40-1? Just saying. I don't know. That's a tough group he's facing, but I just remember the last time they let Nutella Fellow go off at 40-something to 1. What he did on that day. Wouldn't be the worst long shot. Yeah, you can tell the Met Mile was supposed to be like the premier thing, and the DRF women picked the 4 to win. Okay, absolutely, Felipe. Thank you. That's awesome. But this is an interesting trend. Yeah, Think Big, 6-5, definitely. That horse ran a monster race there at coming down the stretch there on the turf. That's going to be interesting. My Boy Prince is from Woodbine. 10-1. That's some value there. Trying to find my. Obviously, I think Zulu Kingdom is going to be tough, but I'm not trying to give you a 6-5. I hate doing that. Anyone can pick a favorite. Did you see our buddy from Derby Day, Tim, is in Big Truz?
Yes.
Yeah.
I did see that.
I mean, that's going to be a tough field for him. He's got to step up huge. But
yeah, there's a lot of the horses running back this weekend from that Derby Day card.
Patch Adams and Citizen Bowl and, Colloquial.
Spirit of St. Louis.
Yeah. There's Neocoys, Chancer McPatrick, a lot of the I think Chancer McPatrick, this is interesting, Tim, and I said this the other day. See what you think of this. I think Chancer McPatrick is a New York horse. You remember like when he goes out of New York, the kryptonite comes and he doesn't look the same. But when he's in New York, he always runs good, So I think he's got a huge chance at 4-1 versus that group.
Yeah, I love Spirit of St. Louis in the Manhattan.
Yeah.
Leading into the Belmont.
Yeah.
That's going to be my pick in the double. That was one of the ones that we hit on Derby Day as well.
Yeah, exactly. I'm partly rooting. Wouldn't it be cool on Belmont Day, right? I'm just saying for some a symbolism point. If Carson's run or deterministic ran a big race and won for Christophe, I'm just saying on
Yeah.
Belmont how cool that would be. I'm not saying they're going to win, but I'm saying that would
Right.
that'd be what a story. That would be great with Miguel's first Belmont as a regular trainer.
Yeah, he's got Barbridge in that same race as well. He's got 3 of the 9.
Yeah, exactly. So that would be, and no doubt we know that's why Farbridge may be my play of the day because no one's going to try harder to win that day than Clement than Joel.
Yeah, Barbridge is tough in there.
Yeah, exactly. And we know.
I've actually got the shoddy special for my exacta.
I love it. Yeah, yeah. I think that's a solid play, and a lot of people don't remember, which is funny. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, Big Trust is depth. Yeah, that's that TM. That horse has and how you doing, TM? Yeah, he's only got 2 starts and just lost barely to Patch Adams. So
Yeah, I like that horse a lot.
Yeah, but so. Yeah, for a lot of people who don't know that story, by the way, which is interesting. So Miguel Clement just took over for Christophe Clement. He was supposed to take over the training on June 4th so that Miguel could be his first training thing would be the Belmont and his dad could see him train on Belmont Day, which is going to be his pride. So it was just ironic that happened, but yeah. So that was kind of ironic that was going to be the day that they changed, but
yeah, tough news.
Yeah, exactly. So, but we move on here to the 6th race,
and then Miguel just had a birthday as well, and to have to celebrate a birthday after losing your father like that, it's
exactly
tough to celebrate.
Okay, here we go. Is this the night when Chef Papa? Exactly.
Papa.
Jeff Papa.
No, I don't like Jeff Papa in this race.
No, and I'm not going to piss off Alfalfa. Jeff Papa. Exactly.
I love a horse here, Sean, and we'll see what happens here.
Okay. Yeah. My first pick here in race 6, the Peewee. This is an interesting race here, for sure. And my top pick here is the number 1 Brody Streak, and Tom Gardp and who's on the great start, and Rashawn Knights, who's already won. Or came in second with 1, and I think he made one earlier. Interesting. The thing I like about this horse, he's 10 for 17 at the track, 3 for 4 at the distance. Look at last year, first, second, comes off the layoff, seems to run his best races early in the year, and I love horses that do that. And I think he could and ran another big race last time to win at 11-1. I think he can do it again. And versus, I think there's some speed to run at in here. And I think that horse is very dangerous. He doesn't have to break in the front. He just has to get the horse out. And I think he can come closing and beating this field. My second pick is the 2-horse Sawa Zadi. As we've said, the speed has not been holding greatly, but I think we've had better horses than the other field that have gone wire to wire, and this horse definitely has a chance. But look, we lost the last time, Brody Streak. So you know what I'm saying. So why not get that same scenario again? So I had the 1 over the 2, and my third pick was the 4 Upstriker, who was closing very stoutly on the 1 last time. Sven Balru, Keplin's on fire, 12, 15 out of 17 in the money. These guys are 30% together. This horse could really be closing late again. So my top three was 1, 2, and then 4.
Well, we're in trouble.
Why is that?
Well, first of all, we know what time it is. And they are headed out to the track. I'll just give you my 3 picks in order really quickly before I talk to them. 1, 2, 4, which is hilarious. So here's the thing. If you look at those 3 horses with their post position order for this race, in the last race, they actually came in 1, 4, 2.
Yeah.
But the thing about Brody Streak in that race, Sean, is if you look how far back Brody Streak was when they hit the top of the stretch, and he absolutely came flying on the outside. Now, he was closing with Upstriker the 4, and that horse was closing pretty well also. And they closed up on the 2 in that race who had a pretty decent lead in the stretch and then kind of faded lately. I think the horse just needed that race for sure. Hopefully, I think he can move forward a little bit. But looking at how easily Brody Streak won that last race, I don't think they beat him here. I really don't. I like him a lot. And 7-2, I like him even more. I mean, the 2 is getting a lot of play at 5-2, which I'm okay with. I like the 2 underneath, but 7-2, I think, is a heck of a price for Brody Streak.
Yeah.
There's some big names in here. I mean, when you look, Mr. Stang and Jeff Fafa and Chicago's Gray, they're horses that we've seen a lot here. But
sure,
I just don't think the outside horses have what it takes to compete with those top 3.
Yeah.
Jeff Fafa, yes, won that last race, but I just think since he went to Aqueduct last year, he's just been a little bit of a different horse.
Yeah, I think so too. I think that took way too much out of him. All the starch he had was gone. You know.
Yeah, he had a long season last year, but took some time off, came back, did get the win in the last one, but I think this field's a little bit tougher.
Yes, I agree. Look out, folks.
In the SS Peewee Stakes.
Yes. Look out, folks. If this 8 can get back to himself, watch out.
Todd, what are you guessing? Yes, Tim, what? I don't know what yes. But yes, whatever. Okay, yes.
Over 219 people tonight. Thank you, everybody, as always, for joining us.
You know, one of the thing I didn't mention about Brody Streak, Sean, is I thought it was pretty interesting that after a really good win in that last race and a really strong speed figure in that race, they worked this horse. Yeah,
it was interesting.
He came back last week and he worked a bullet 4 furlong, 48-3, and you don't see between race work.
No, not at all. Right. No, not at all. You don't see that. That's very rare. And Tim, you've picked that up many a time when you've seen that workout angle between them, and you've done very nicely with that angle.
Yeah, we definitely don't see it a lot here. Once they start running, they run so frequently up here, you don't see many.
No, they don't usually have time. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Yep. There it is. There's the screen back. Classic high 5 growing. 1, 2, 4, 5, 7. Yeah, the 8 ran a bullet flat. Yeah.
He did. I just don't like Chicago's Gray. I've never liked that horse here. I mean, look at all those races. Yes, he won 2 back, and then June of 23.
Yeah.
Jorge Cardeño. You remember when Cardeño was here a couple years ago? It's like,
Yeah, exactly.
but that's the last time this horse was running well. Maybe he's coming back into shape here this year, but we'll see.
Yeah.
And if he runs back, he might beat me. But if he wins, he does beat me because I just can't bet that horse. I like the 6 more than that horse. I like Excel here a little bit underneath.
Yeah.
I just think that race Brody Streak ran last time out was just tough.
Yeah, me too. Yeah. 1, 2, 4. How you gonna play it, Tim? Stretch got 1, 2, 4, and Kurt's got 6, 2, 4.
All right, here we go. This is what I'm doing. I'm just gonna $2 trifecta. I'm keying the 1 on top with the 2, 3, 4.
Okay. Like
$12 bet.
Like it. Rick Johnson's got 1, 2, 4, 1, 2, 4, 5, 7, 1, 2, 4, 5, 7, 1, 2, 4, and the 2 over the 3, 6, 8. Good luck, my friend. Paul Nolan's going with the White Hall Man. Good luck, Paul. 2 minutes to post. Looks like a good crowd out there tonight. Enjoying the racing. All right, I'm going to give the trivia question out there, Tim. No one look it up. No one look it up. All right, Flavian Pratt has 18 days in a row where he's won a race. What jockey holds the record for most wins consecutively days, and how many was it?
I know.
Huh?
I know.
Yeah, Tim knows. He's like, yeah. Gatekeeper's going, goalkeeper's going to. Oh, good guess there, Neil. Eric Gomez, 30. Good guess, Felipe. Not correct, but excellent guesses. Anybody else have a guess?
When they're done, I'll tell you.
Yeah. Don't look it up. No looking it up.
No. I know because Sean asked me yesterday.
Exactly. Ron says Russell Bayes, 32. Okay. If there's no more guesses, I will give the answer. The answer is 64 days, and the answer is the late, great Chris Antley. The first man to win 9 races in one day.
64 straight, though. That's amazing.
Yeah. Isn't that amazing? 64. One of the most, if not the most talented rider I've ever seen. That kid had an incredible gift. There's a great story, Tim, right? Chris, when he was young at Monmouth, his agent is walking towards the paddock, and the racing steward comes running up to him and says, the director of skill and everything comes up and says, hey, we got a problem. And they said, what is the problem? He said, there's a 7-horse field tomorrow, and you're entered on all, and you're named on all 7 of the horses. He said, you need to make exactly. Yeah, Neil, he won 9 races in one day. Felipe, I'm trying to think what year that was. I want to say that was like 90. He got to New York in 87 because he won the Derby with Strike the Gold in 91. I'm a diehard. Chris Antley was one of my favorite people, so I know a lot of his. He got to New York in 87, and he won the Derby in 91 with Strike the Gold. So I'm trying to think of what. Trying to think what year that was. He won 64 races. I think it was in the 80s or late 80s, I think. But what a talented rider he was. I can find that out for you right now. But we have a race coming up here. So I'll turn it over to my good man, Kurt.
It's post time.
It's post time.
Classic High Five. Look at that pool. 14,000 in the Classic High
I
Five.
love it.
One, 2, 4, 3, 7.
Yeah, best music in the business.
Brody Streak will lead the field in for the SS Peewee. Saudi will be the next to go in. Saudi, the current favorite at 5-2. Next up, Mr. Stang.
It was 1989. Yep, I know. I was right in the middle there, my friends. 1989. He won 64 consecutive races, stretching from February 8th to May 1st.
Right in.
Craziness.
Isn't that amazing?
64 days in a row with a win.
Right in, just 2 left to load. Jafafa. And now just waiting on Chicago's Gray to the outside. They're all set. They're at the post.
Chicago Gray acting
Chicago's
up.
Gray a little fractious. And they're off in the SS Peewee.
Jeff
From the
Fafa got
inside,
squeezed.
He did.
Straight out and after the early lead. On the inside, Upstriker in second. Excel in between horses now pushes up to second. 3 wide, Jafafa. 4 wide is Chicago's Gray. 3 more back. That's going to be Mr. Stang and Brody Streak.
Let's go,
Are
Rashad.
the early trailers with Big Nick. The opening quarter, 23-1, and Saudi.
They're going
has now
fast.
Opened up the advantage
They are.
to 3. Chicago's Gray on the outside. In between horses, that's Excel.
Here he
They
comes.
Hit the head of the lane, and Saudi looking good with the advantage by 4. Upstriker gonna try and run him down with less than 1/8 of a mile to go. But Saudi at the 16th.
Would you have kept him any further back?
In a decimal point, Saudi takes the SS
2, 4, 6.
Well, he did the same thing, Sean. What did he do?
Yeah.
What was different in that race than what he did last race?
Nothing. No, he did the same thing. Yeah.
No,
man,
the last race, At the top of the lane, he was 6 wide.
Yeah. No, there he just stayed on. He just stayed on the dead rail.
Where you want to be.
Yeah,
This time he stayed on the dead rail.
Yeah.
You cannot go inside on this track right now. You're not gonna
exactly.
win.
No. Exactly. These are totally different races from one week to the other.
I mean, that was why I liked him so much, because when he went into the stretch, I mean, literally, he was like 6 wide. He was way out there, and he still was able to mow him down because that's where you want to be. But he had a horse, but that rail is just dead. You look at the 4 right there, and I mean, he's just running in quicksand.
Yeah. Well done, Todd.
The stewards are posted number 2, Saudi, as your race winner. Second goes to number 4, Upstriker. Third.
Can't believe the 2 went off at 5-1. That's those fans are saying that's a good,
Even the 4 is the favorite. A 3-1 the favorite.
Yeah.
3-1. The half 46-4. Time for the 5 furlongs. A quick 59-3.
Wow, that is quick for that up there. That's very quick.
Dan, I agree with the 2 win and being out there uncontested, but I'm talking about the inability to make up ground. You're not making up any ground inside on this track. It's just the last 2 weeks it's been playing like this night in and night out. If you're coming up the rail, you're not going to make up any ground. Every horse that's closing is coming out in the middle of the track on the outside.
Yeah, exactly.
But yeah, I don't know that he catches him, but I do think he could have made up more ground.
Yeah.
That was just horrible. But that's exactly what we said about the 2. I just thought the 1 was going to catch him, but the 2 was going to improve off of that and just looked like he tired late in the last race and should have moved forward. And hey, 2 out of 3 again.
5-1. That was a stakes race, too. Ooh.
The SS Peewee Stakes.
Now entering the winner's enclosure, the official winner of the SS Peewee. That's number 2, Sawadi.
All right, Sean, you're gonna have to bring us back. You gotta have the bankroll to do it.
I love it. Love it.
By Congaree. Owned by King Couture and
love it. I will bring us back in a big way.
And ridden to victory by Ronald Ali. Time for the 5 furlongs, 59-3. Assiniboia Downs is very pleased.
Yeah, I was shocked that 2 went off at 5-1.
Yes.
Especially off a 2-1 morning line. And the horse had every right to win this race, too.
No, Felipe, it was actually a horse up here. That was the horse's name.
Yeah,
I heard him talking about it in the when they were talking about the races tonight. That SS Peewee was a horse at Assiniboia Downs.
Yeah. Here's our buddy Gallant Oak.
Another horse I can't bet. I'm kidding. I actually like Gallant Oak in here.
Huh?
I said I was just kidding. I actually like Gallant Oak in here. I've just never been successful betting this horse.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, it's like, yeah. Interesting to change to Whitehall now. And this duo is 36% together.
Yeah.
I'm tempted to play win on the 2, 3, 5, and 8. So if a bomb comes in, is the only chance you have of losing. Neil's got Neil had a 641 try box last race. Oh, wow. Ugh. Yeah, the last red wire to wire. Yeah. Interesting. What we got? I want to see. This will be interesting to see what the pays are for. I want to see what those pays are. That will determine our bet. That will determine our bet. 13 minutes to race. Yeah, yeah. Yep, no, absolutely, Paul. Got you, bud. I knew exactly what you meant. Life's Adventure, my best bet on this card. Speed map sets it up perfect for this horse. All right, nice job. Life's Adventure. Be an interesting race here. This is an interesting last race for sure.
Good way to close it out with a field of 9.
Oh, absolutely.
7,500 claimer, 3-year-olds and up.
Let's see here. What did the exactest pay? Let me see what the exactest pays out. See it. Hey.
The pick 3 to the 4 pays $3.
Yes.
Craziness. The pick 5 to the 4. Pick 5, Sean, to the 4.
Yeah.
$9.98.
Wow.
Short payouts tonight. It's been chalky.
1 to 5 now on the 4.
It's been chalk.
Oh boy. Okay. Wowee. 1 to 5, huh?
A $10 pick 5. How about that?
Yeah. Someone just put $3,500 on the 4 to win. So okay. And put 300 to place and 200 to show. So, okay. Someone is showing their hand early and not even waiting for the last minute. Bob Jackson's top picks are 7, 1, and 4. Good luck, my friend. All right, yeah, Blaze. Hey, there you go. Love it. And Todd's got $10 on the 9. 9's an interesting one at 14 to 1.
Yeah, I like the 9. I've got the 9. I'm just trying to figure out how I want
to play it, you know?
We haven't seen too much from Rashad tonight. Hasn't done.
No, he came in 1 second, like 18 to 1. But
if Bino or Whitehall win, then they get a riding triple for the night.
yeah.
They both won 2. Whitehall won races 2 and 3. Bino won 4 and 5.
Malathot is hoping Sierra gets her second win, like she did last week in the last race. Pruitt coming in. Yeah. Let's see. This is an interesting race here. Canadians are crazy like that. No sleepy horse here. Seven minutes. At least this year, I give them credit. They're not going to like 11:45 midnight last.
Goodness. Well,
Like
so far we've had 7 races. When they go a little, they've done 8 and have they done 9?
And they've done 9 before. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, that's a
I
little
was
crazy.
thinking they had, but that's when they definitely run really late.
Yes, yeah. When the 9th races start, they don't go on like 12 something.
That's craziness.
Which I think is hard because sometimes you lose a lot of the East Coast money that way. But they have a formula and it's working, so don't fix it if it's not broke. There's the 7 right 'em.
And we're going 6 furlongs, Sean.
Yep. Then I get Wendy. Carl Anderson is going for his 3rd win tonight. He's had his lucky charm here. Paul Nolan says 4 a.m. there. God bless you, Paul. Thank you, sir.
Paul's the madman.
He is the man.
Paul is a madman. 4 in the morning, Paul. Hey, what better place to be at 4 in the morning, Paul? Hanging out with us.
Absolutely. Right. Yep. Absolutely. And then the breakfast place is open right afterwards. All right. Let's see if his lucky girl there, Carl Anderson. Yep. She's got this one too. She's 2 for 2 so far. The groom of the 4. She's had 2 wins already tonight.
Yeah, I mean, it's been a chalky night, and I just look at the 4 and think that one's going to be hard to beat in here, and that would give Bino a riding triple, and it seems like just about every night lately we've had somebody with a riding triple. So
Yeah.
he and Antonio are the only 2 that can get it. So Antonio's on the 1, and the 1's not without a chance here.
No, absolutely.
But from a speed figure perspective, the 4 is kind of quite a bit ahead of everybody. Last race, best buyer was the 4.
Let's see what the problems are here. Well, the 4-1 pays $8, so we're not going to win it back that way.
No. Yeah, Hot Rod, that's actually what I wrote on my program when I handicapped it, is the drop enough for the 9.
Yeah, that's what I put. Oh, this is Paul Nolan's job. That's awesome. See, there you go.
Because even though we're dropping down, the horse's best speed figure ever is still below everybody else in the race. Everybody else in the race.
Everybody. Six furlongs. There's Gallon Oak.
Todd's going to a toga party this weekend.
Good job, Todd.
Animal House. The two that caught my eye in the paddock were the 9 and the 3.
Yeah, yeah. Okay.
Yeah, Paul, if I could get those odds, I would definitely take that.
Yeah, no doubt.
Definitely take that.
Sierra, 30.
How do you bet a horse called Really Slow?
That's like the horse, like low expectations. You know? All right, here we go. We have $48 left, right?
We do. So take a swing, just
Yeah.
like last week. Let's get it back.
Yeah. All right, there we go. All right. All right, here we go. 631. Okay. Hit the button. I'm ready. I'm going to try to beat the 1. I'm going to try to beat the 1, even though.
Beat the 4.
No, right? No. But I'm saying under the 4. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to try to hope that he just is, the rail is dead, and they just, you know what I'm saying, they just can't get the momentum that you need. I'm going to do a $15 exacta, 4 with the 6, 7, 9. And I'm going to try to beat that 1. If it comes in 4-1.
Trying to look at all the probables. So 4-6 is paying $21.50 for 2. The 4-7, $29.40, and the 4-9, $28.
Yep.
I like it.
Oh, you win all 3. Ron says Garterby and Rashad have been quiet tonight. Going to give the 9s in play. Yep. Rashad got up for second and won the races 18-1. He can certainly do it again. And this time he's got no choice. He'll be on the outside. So if he swings outside this time, he'll be doing the right thing. 0 minutes to post. Thank you again to everybody who joined us tonight. And once again, Tim and I will be back at on Thursday night for the Cocktail Lounge. Join us there. We always love to see you. Paul is the Irish Razor. There you go. Groundhog's got an 80-cent super effective 4 with 1 with 6, 7 all. Need 1 and 4 in the pick 4. Good luck, Groundhog. Rick Johnson's got 4 with 1, 6, 7, 9. 7, 4, and 4 all 1, 9. My birthday. 9 also has 2 works since last race. Yeah, Ron, yeah. 2 minutes to post as we wait for the final. Tim's supposed to be a nice day down there tomorrow.
Actually, yes, it's heated up pretty good here over the last couple of days. We got back up into the 80s today for the first time in a while.
Okay.
So supposed to be like 88 tomorrow, I think.
Yeah.
And then Thursday and Friday, we got some storms coming in, which I think leave here and then head up to Saratoga towards the weekend.
Okay.
So there is a chance of rain for the Belmont.
Wow. What a shock.
Chance of an off track.
Yeah. Yeah. Good luck to everybody here tonight. Let me just check something here, friends.
We are headed to the gate.
Yes, sir. It is now post time. Oh, we get to hear the. Let me bring you back up here. Right there you go. As we get to hear the great music.
Do I live next door to what, Todd? I live next door to something.
Gallon Oak will lead the field in for the Nightcap. The Calabrese Kid walks right in. Next up will be Ghost Start. Designated hitter, the even money favorite. Walks in. Sold Out Sir will be next.
Before just went to even money and the one with the 9 to 5.
Here comes Happy Camper.
Wow.
Rydom walks up and in. Just 2 left to load. Really slow.
Really
And just
slow.
waiting on Life's Adventure. They're all set. They're at the post. the rough. From the inside, designated hitter showing a little bit
Cavalry
of speed.
charge.
To the middle
Yes,
of the track,
yeah.
ride 'em, and to the far
There's that 9 on the outside.
And
Run away,
Lewis
9. Run away and
Adventure,
hide.
who will take over the lead by 2. On the inside,
Why is the
hitter
4 on the
right
rail
up
and the
back to
1 on the
third.
outside?
Then it's Happy Camper and Gallon Oak running as a pair. 3 more back. The Calabrese Kid, Go Start, Sol Dalser starting to get going.
Get off the
Nine.
rail.
Was the early trailer,
9 is done.
24-3, the opening quarter. Life's
Yeah.
Adventure now gets collared by designated hitter who just blows on by. Gallon Oak on the outside with dead aim. Life's Adventure back to third. Really slow, starting to rally. The half 47-4.
Come on, 6 in the middle. Come on, 6 in the middle. Come on, 6. Come on, 6.
Really
Come on,
slow.
6.
Gonna try
Get
to
up there for
pull
a
up
second.
the top
No,
line.
don't beat him.
Some late run. A 16th
Don't beat
mile
him.
to go.
Just get
Designated
second.
hitter
No, don't beat him.
really slow.
Oh, come on.
Gonna take it in the
You
end.
gotta be kidding
Looked
me.
like a rally from Soldell
You gotta
second,
be kidding me.
designated
Happy
hitter finishing
Camper.
third and fourth. to
Good
Gallon Oak.
Lord. The form right now is it's flat out impossible. Thought we were home.
I did too. Thought we had that one.
Hated the 1. I just something was just telling me that horse was not gonna. Was not gonna. One ran good, but you know.
And number 5,
6-4
with designated hitter in the middle. They went the opening quarter 24-2. The half 47-4.
Darn it! If I just done the key box.
Time for the 6 furlong. 114-3.
What does the 6-4 pay?
6-4, 58.60 for 2.
Oh,
And I'm not sure. And Mouth, I just said it. I'm not sure that the 4 even hung on for second. I think it might have been
maybe did. Maybe that 5 got up.
It was close. I don't know why they're saying photo for the win. The
Yeah.
6-1.
Yeah.
The photos for second and third.
Yeah, right.
Good job, Hot Rod.
Great job, Hot Rod. We're waiting for the. No, 6, 5, 4. Look at that, huh?
Second goes
30 to 1
Sol
underneath.
Dalser. Third to designated hitter. Fourth
Wow.
to Gallon Oak. And fifth to number 8. Really slow.
Really slow got up for 5th.
Really slow.
90 to 1. Shocking the world. Great job, Hot Rod. Hot Rod is truly a happy camper. I know, yeah, I didn't have the 5 for sure. So they'll sure. What is this I-5 gonna pay? Put the 3 to 5 in the middle.
I was just looking at my high 5, and it was just like, I got 6-4-1-8.
Yeah.
I really do. But I've got 9-6-4-1-8.
7. That's number 6. Happy Camper.
Happy
is
camper.
a big gelding, 7 years old, by Painter. Out of the mare Miss Ida by Proud Citizen. Owned by Ryan DeJarlis, Blair Kidd, and Robert McKinnon, trained by Ryan DeJarlis, and ridden to victory by Sven.
Well, that was a night to forget.
I know, huh? Jesus. Look at the exacta. 307 for $1. 20-cent try.
Super pays 364.
Wow.
Somebody hit the high five for $7,400.
Wow.
And there is a free $500 cash.
The carryover for the jackpot pick 5 though, 102,000 going into tomorrow.
Wow. That's gonna be a nice one. Crazy. Very good. Well, that wasn't our night, Tim, but that's okay. It's Assiniboia in the June. You know,
We had a few people hit in the lounge though. There was some.
That's what counts.
So.
Yep, a couple of people with some great hits. You know, yeah, Sven is definitely moving up the standings. He's riding well this year. Yeah, exactly.
After tonight, though, after those 2 wins, that puts Antonio at the top right now.
It does. Yeah, exactly. Good job, Malafat. Exactly. But thank you as always.
I thought even is winning.
Yeah, is winning. Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Breaking even is winning.
But thank you to everybody as always who joined us tonight. Love having you all. Thank you so much. We'll see you on Thursday in the Cocktail Lounge, Churchill Downs, Tim's backyard. We're going to come back storming. We'll see you soon.
See you then.